Here we are, recording. Okay, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
How are you?
Good, man. What's up?
Why y'all vapey?
I'm vaping, bro. Got to get my nicotine fix in, dude.
Guys, welcome to episode 137 of the Option Select podcast. We're like a day late, but it was New Year's.
It was New Year's.
And nobody did anything.
Nope. Nope. You're the first person I've seen other than my girlfriend in like a good week. You're the only person that I see other than my girlfriend
all I did,
in my personal life.
Same here.
It's like, I don't care. Like,
yeah. Me and Mikkel, we did would bake cookies and watch Netflix.
Nice.
That's how we
Sounds
did.
like a good time.
It was fun. Because Mikkel's like, we need to do something besides just chill. I'm like,
everybody shut down the
like,
parties.
I want to bake cookies. I'm like, okay, we'll do that. Yeah, because the Omicron running around.
Yeah.
Or
who cares?
It's like Super Saiyan flu or Super Saiyan cold.
Super Saiyan cold.
It's a Super Saiyan cold.
Yeah.
I can't say that because if I say that, I'm promoting
Super
vaccine
Saiyan.
hesitancy.
Super Saiyan.
I'll get banned. It's like, fuck.
You get banned for,
like, chill out,
for that?
Just chill out, guys.
Nah, you won't get
I'll be
banned.
alright.
We're not important enough.
We're not once we start making money
Yeah.
and have clout,
Oh, yeah. We'll get
they'll
that
be like,
clout rolling.
oh, we don't like what they're saying.
Oh, we should cancel them.
But we're here for video game news.
Yes,
we
we
do
are.
every Friday. Guys, this is a podcast where me and Ruben, we get together and we talk about video games, what's going on. We just share it with you guys. We don't have much on video game news, but we'll probably talk about 2021 in review and how okay it was.
Yeah, entertainment in general usually takes like a break the last 2 weeks of the year anyway.
sure.
So it's just kind of like
Yeah.
a bunch of little stuff here and there, but you know, it is what it is.
And then looking forward to 2022. Looking forward to Elden Ring.
Yeah, looking forward to
That's
Elden
it.
Ring.
I saw you play a shit ton of freaking Dark Souls.
Bro. Yeah.
How was your week, dude? Tell me.
Well, we can go into the game stuff.
Demon.
Work was okay. It was just work.
Light duty?
Yeah, I had a helper with me all week. So nothing crazy there. Finished out the week pretty strong. I didn't get off super late this week, which was nice.
Yeah, I remember last Thursday, so you got clocked
Bro,
out like at 8:30.
I was
like,
fucking mad.
what?
I was mad.
Like, bro, you start at 5:30. Huh?
The ankle still is pretty hurt, but it's only when I do like twists or like kind of step ups with weight and stuff like that. So it's getting better.
Good.
Yeah, it's getting better. But yeah, we can go into the gaming stuff. So this week I played a total of 3 games. One was Dark Souls.
Dark Souls Part 2.
And Dark Souls 2 was the other one. And then the third game was Metroid Dread. That's what I've been playing.
Yeah.
Those are the 3
We talked
games.
about it briefly.
So Dark Souls 1, I completed Thursday or Wednesday night.
I saw you playing it maybe Wednesday night, and you're walking through invisible crystal bridges.
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, that place sucks.
When Jackal said, all right, look at the little snowflakes coming down.
Yeah.
And that's when you know you see the invisible platform. Like,
No, that's terrible.
I would have been like fucking SpongeBob. Like, all right, I'm out.
Bro,
I got the patience.
It was
While a golem is at the other end of the
Yeah.
invisible bridge.
Yeah, golems, crystal golems.
No.
Super fun. Not really, but yeah, Jackal has been helping me a lot with the trilogy so far. Yeah, so Dark Souls 1 is very well done.
And this is fresh coming off of like Demon Souls.
Bloodborne, yeah. Bloodborne and Demon Souls
Yeah.
are the 2 that I completed before this.
Yeah.
So now I'm going into the trilogy. I'm not ready for Sekiro yet, which is why I bypassed it for now. I'm gonna go back to it.
Come back to it later.
So
So going into Dark Souls after Demon Souls, how do you feel? Like, oh, SS.
I think so.
Should they have blue pointed that one instead?
So here's the deal: is I enjoyed Demon Souls a lot more because it's pretty straightforward. It's not. I'm not gonna say the game isn't difficult or anything like that because it is. But I like the fact that hey, you land in this world and here you go, you know, and you can mix and match or you can go all the way through or whatever it is that you want to do. So I like that aspect. I like that it's linear, but there is off the beaten path stuff that you can do and items to pick up and you know little side quests to do and stuff like that. So I enjoyed Demon Souls for that aspect of it, just in general. Yeah. When I got into Dark Souls 1, like getting to Firelink, which is like their main hub town, it was cool, and then like trying to make your way around. There's one really cool aspect is like everything links back to Firelink at some point in the game. So like when you go through, you know, whatever for one area and you progress as far as you can, and then eventually
Like via shortcuts and stuff?
there's not a whole lot of shortcuts. There's like a few,
Okay.
right? But like But basically, like you progress through one, you get a couple of bonfires or whatever, and then eventually like everything will like intertwine and link back to one area, which is cool. It's fine. I did like that aspect of it. It's like, oh, if I want to go to the chapel, I can just go here. But at first, I need to go through this one little area and then make my way around, and then I can like kind of circle back. So it's kind of like a circle. Like Firelink would be like the center of the map, and then everything kind of like loops around like a flower pattern or whatever. Kind of like loops back around to it. So I enjoyed that. Yeah, but some areas are fucking jank, dude. Oh my god, they're so bad. Like Anorlando, which is like after you beat Sin's Fortress, which was terrible. It's just full of traps. It's got pendulum swinging axes that are trying to kill you on platforms, while other things are shooting lightning at you, and then you have these snake enemies with shields and great swords that are just like coming after you. Yeah, super fucking tanky, bro. Super annoying, and like there's these little things where you step on and they're shooting fucking darts at you.
I remember that part, yeah, because Jackal was talking about it. It's like you're fighting 3 of those snake dudes.
Yeah.
At the same time, you're like, and they happen to be real tanky. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
bro.
they're real tanky. They suck. and that's all well and good. Like I expect the game to be difficult and all that shit, but some of this shit is just garbage. But like you make your way through this, you fight this giant stone golem, which is reminiscent of Tower Knight, but without the shield. And then you fast travel these goblins or some kind of flying demon picks you up and takes you to this new area, and then you go there, right? And then you got these giant dudes with mechanical, like, I don't know, they're like mechanical, huge, heavy armor suited guys with like these big old shields and these pole arms or halberds or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they're not difficult to take out at all, but they are super aggressive and they have really, really long range. But like you get past this little area, there's an elevator that takes you down, and then there's like a gargoyle that attacks you on this bridge that doesn't respawn after you link, or whatever. And then like the bridge is just cut off, right? And then there's a little path around the elevator at the back, but that's about as much direction as you get. I was there for an hour trying to figure it out. I fucking had to look up a video because like what you're supposed to do is hop off of the bridge onto the little side path next to the bridge, and then you're supposed to take a rafter across. Yeah, a fucking rafter that you wouldn't think that you could like climb on,
interact with or anything.
Yeah, but you got to walk across that, and then there's a broken window, and then like you have to hop into the broken window where then you're getting attacked by assassins nonstop because you're on top. You're on the ceiling, or not on the ceiling, but like you're on the upper floor of this cathedral or this really big building. And then you're on the rafters, so like these white fucking assassins are like attacking you on the rafters as you have to make your way across, and they're throwing like daggers at you, so you got to have your shield up the whole time, or you can get knocked off and die. Whatever. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But like areas like that drive me fucking crazy because for one, I couldn't even figure it out, and I'm not the dumbest gamer in the world, but it's just like I don't want it to be like
spoon-fed to you.
I don't want it to be like pointing an arrow to where I need to go
or
either.
Glittering it, yeah.
But also a little bit more clarity would have been nice, right?
Maybe not highlight it, but just make it like a different color. I don't know.
But because you can't see the broken window off in the distance until you get closer, you're like, where the fuck am I? Where am I supposed to go? Like, I got to get over there.
And it's true. Me playing Souls games, there's some times where I'm just like, where do I have to go? I mean, there were so many times in Bloodborne, I'm just walking around, so I stumble across an opening that I might have missed. Yeah.
So I had a fun time in Dark Souls 1, the remastered edition. The bosses were fun. I do hate twin bosses. That's my least favorite thing to do in the world.
Twin bosses
meaning like there's more than one at one time. I hate that with a passion. Okay, I quit Sekiro because of a twin boss, and I almost quit Dark Souls 1 because of a fucking twin boss too.
And
Demon Souls.
Okay, for sure, Demon Souls, that's a whole ass move because they literally give you could fall off.
Yeah.
At any given time.
Platform.
And they have moves that actually will push you off.
Yeah, knock you off.
So that one sucked for sure.
Yep.
And the second one, I was a little bit okay with it because
open arena.
It was open arena, big space. It was tough, but I was okay with that. For sure, Demon Souls, like,
okay, so fall off, like. Dark Souls has multiple two boss encounters. One of them is like the third encounter, and it's like I think Jackal was telling me that it was like the point where most people like will quit the series. Like okay, like, oh, you beat the adjudicator or whatever it is. I forget his name. The first boss. Like, okay, you beat that one, and then like you move on to the Taurus demon, which is on a narrow platform, but he's by himself. And then you move on to these gargoyles, and the gargoyles are like, all right, one's gonna spit fire at you the whole time, the other one's gonna go melee you to death, and you're on a church roof, so you can fall out, get knocked off, and stuff like that. And then that's not even the bad one. The bad one is it's Smog and
big old armored guy.
Yeah, big fat armor guy with a hammer.
Yeah, I remember him.
And the other guy is I forget his name, or it starts with an O, I believe. But he is quick, and he's got like a long range spear. And then when one of them dies, it powers up the other one.
Great, just what you needed.
And like you can only kill one at a time too, because if you damage both of them and then one of them dies, the other one comes back at full health anyway. So you can't kill them like back to back. Like if you lower them down and then kill them at once, that doesn't exist, right? So, yeah, fight sucked.
That's like the true test.
The true test was that. I mean, it was a really good fight, and it was very hard, and I felt very accomplished in doing it. But God,
it's pretty good, right?
Damn,
I mean,
dude.
Yeah, there's not many games that give you that. I mean, that's always been my argument about
I
video games.
hate twin bosses, dude. I hate them with a passion. And then lo and behold, Dark Souls 2 is like, here's multiple bosses all the time, and here's even one with 3 at the same time. Go fuck yourself. But yeah, I completed Dark Souls 1. I enjoyed it. The final boss was a challenge in itself. Yeah, he was kind of a pain in the ass. It's a lot of parries.
Is it?
Yeah, you got to parry this boss because he's like a god, but you know, he's like a little bit bigger than you are. But you can parry his move. He's got like a flaming sword. Gwyn is his name.
Yeah.
He's kind of an asshole.
And
super aggressive. Yeah, super aggressive.
Yeah.
And so he was fun. He was a fun boss, and a good final boss. So I did that one, and then I immediately downloaded Dark Souls 2 and started that up that night as soon as I beat Dark Souls 1.
And that was what?
Because I hate myself. It was like it was Thursday night at like midnight,
okay.
somewhere around there. It was like last night or Thursday night. So
Yeah.
I immediately download Dark Souls 2 and get started in that. And I got to tell you, the movement in Dark Souls 2 was garbage.
Is it?
Absolute garbage.
So, because
it's terrible.
I know Jackal. I mean, we talk a lot about Jackal because we've been Lost Souls. But I know he's mentioned a lot of people say Dark Souls 2 is kind of like the black sheep of the series. Now that you've actually got your hands on it and have experienced it, what do you?
I don't mind it.
Feel that?
I don't mind it at all. The movement is garbage. The stamina system is garbage.
Go in depth in the stamina. Because
Stamina will like drain out
super quick compared to
real
other games.
fast, really fast, like so fast, especially in the beginning when you haven't leveled up or anything like that. It's terrible, and then so it punishes you hard for draining it completely. So if you're sprinting and then you drain it out, it's like it has to refill all the way back to the top before you can sprint again. And not only that, once it hits the top, you have like a second or two before you can actually
use it,
hit the sprint again, which is so it punishes you super hard.
So a lot of management on your stamina.
A lot of management, and it's retrained me to play the game in a different way. So like, I'm rocking a rapier right now. So like I'll stab a couple times, and I'll look at my stamina while I'm stabbing. I'm like, okay, I can do one more, and then I back off, and then like I'll back away from the fight or like dodge or whatever.
You never want to get to the point where you're at true zero.
Never.
Maybe a hair before, but
yeah,
I mean at the point.
Never.
Yeah, that's kind of how I measure my when I'm playing stamina or attacking. Like how many attacks can I get in? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 and a roll.
Right.
And I'm still fine. Okay, that's when I feel like okay, yeah.
This one's real hard on that.
Stamina on that, yeah.
But so far, like once I got like the build rolling, I'm doing quality on this one. Once I got the build rolling and up and going, and like the weapons upgraded, and I started doing damage, it felt pretty good. The bosses some of them are fucking assholes. But some of them not. Like I got stuck on this one, I would say for like 3 hours.
Oof.
What was his name? Smelter Demon.
Okay.
So
he's
just a melee character with he's a large character with a giant sword. And his center mass is fire, and whenever you get him to about 70%, what he ends up doing is he puts out a fire damage aura around him constantly. So if you're a melee character and you got to melee him, you're going to be on fire. Always.
out
No,
fire?
it's just always on.
Oh.
It doesn't just pulse. It's just always on. But the asshole part about that whole area is that there's these knights that just like fucking, they chase you down and they don't stop. And then there's some guys that are like far away that are like shooting you with a bow. And then there's these other higher knights that are like have lightning damage swords. And you have to clear all these guys out because they chase you down relentlessly and they're super fucking fast.
Meanwhile, the boss is swinging at you.
And then like you have to get into the boss room and then you have to fight this boss who's like very agile for being so big, and he hits fucking like a truck. And then on top of that, once you damaged him to a certain point, then he starts putting out fire damage on you. So I got stuck on him for a good 3 hours, and I was not happy with this game. Like, okay, so in this game, there's something. If you kill an enemy in the area, like from the fire shrine, if you kill an enemy 20 times, that enemy will stop spawning.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good, right?
Kind of.
Okay.
You can't soul farm, or you can soul farm up to a certain extent, but like that's how many times I died in the area where like the first 15 enemies were already clear and like I could just like run up to the boss basically. But like I died so many times.
You cleared out trash so many times that by the game's like, all right, you're done.
I hated this area, and I was glad when it was over. And then immediately after that, I mean, there's so many fucking poison areas in this game. There's 3 that I've done.
Because usually most of those games have like a large swamp-esque area.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, okay, I know what I'm getting into. I'll probably be bogged down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, poison along the way.
Yeah.
Maybe some little islands that have some like, rest before I go back out there.
Yeah. This one's got idols that just shoot poison at you as you walk by. Yeah, no, not fun at all. So this game is definitely difficult, as true to form, as is tradition.
Par for the course.
Par for the course. I'm having a blast playing it. Like, I can't say that I hate the game. Like, I'm enjoying it more than Dark Souls 1 because it seems more fleshed out than Dark Souls 1 was.
Mm-hmm.
That makes any sense? Because there was like an area in Dark Souls 1 where it was just like, I don't know, it was like a vast, empty area where like these enemies that are there, but they don't attack you unless you kill them, and then they explode into like these giant these worms that'll attack you down really fast. But if you don't fuck with them,
you're fine.
You're fine. Walk. You just walk through the entire area, and you fight this giant fire demon, and then that's it. But yeah, so there's a few bosses on like that I've been stuck on like that before. Man-Eater was one for Demon Souls.
Oh yeah.
Gascoigne for Bloodborne. For Dark Souls 1, I can't remember his name, but he was just like this shambling giant corpse with like a fire sword, and if you were too far away, his sword would go through the ground into a portal that would pop up underneath you and then like stab you through the ground. I can't remember his name, but he's one of the lords that you have to beat to complete the game, and that's my bane of existence in Dark Souls 1. And Dark Souls 2 was definitely fucking Smelter Demon so far.
So is it definitely different from Dark Souls 1? Like Dark Souls 1, you said about, it kind of loops back around to the Firelink Shrine. And what about Dark Souls 2? Is it very more linear? That's what I heard.
It's a lot more linear, but it also gives you the ability to fast travel from the original, like from the onset of the game, where you have to earn that in Dark Souls 1. Like you have to get a Lord's Vessel to fast travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would think I was like fucking 8 hours into the game. Granted, I'm not very good at Dark Souls 1 or 2, whatever yet. So it took me a minute to get there, which I'm assuming it wouldn't take too long to get there.
I'm not here to talk shit. But when I left our house Friday night, we saw somebody on Twitch playing Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Some of them were kind of rough to look at. Like, I was like...
Oh, yeah.
Pulling my hair. I was like... Yeah. I'm not here to like throw shade at other Souls players because, hey, you got to learn somehow. But we asked the guy, first time? He's like, nah, I played these games before. I'm like, so why do you have your herbs on your tool belt and not on...
Oh, yeah, they were pressing the touchpad to use those.
Yeah. I was like...
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jackal. Gravelord Nito is the one that I was talking about for Dark Souls 1.
I like that.
Can't stand that son of a bitch. Whew, it was so bad.
But so I mean, they're rough games. We know that.
He was not Nito Bonito. No, he was not. He was terrible. He's absolutely fucking terrible. But no, that guy with a couple of people that we saw play that game were garbage. And that's what I was trying to tell you. Is like I was trying to help out players and like multiplayer and stuff.
Because
I gave up on that.
There's a lot of times where you get a trophy on the game, or especially like in Demon Souls and Bloodborne, it says 27%. You're like, wait, barely over a quarter of people got to this boss,
right?
You know, I was like, huh? I guess that game thins them out real quick,
real fast.
If you can't play this game, they'll let you know.
So yeah, I'm in the process of doing Dark Souls 2 right now. The last boss I beat was remember how I told you that there's a woman, like a half torso woman on a spider body, who was swinging a fire sword in Dark Souls 1? Okay, well I just beat a boss in Dark Souls 2 who is a woman torso on a scorpion body with two tails. So she's got a sword attack. She's got pincers that stab you. She's got the tail that comes over and hits you, and then she's a spellcaster on top of that. That fires homing soul arrow at you all the time. The
important question is, from the waist up.
Oh, it looks great.
Okay, that's all we want to know.
She's not as big as Quelaag. But an interesting boss fight to say the least. I'm not gonna say the boss fights are lackluster in Dark Souls 2. I wish they would have given them just like a little bit more health at some point, because I think like some of them would have been like really really good. Like if the fight had gone on a little bit longer, and then some of them if they could just like take away some health,
tone it down a little bit.
Tone it down a little bit on assholes that are just fire auras on you at all time. So. Poison areas on poison areas in here, and this one is just a little bit more confusing for me, just because everything doesn't kind of circle back. You get to an end of the area, kind of like Demon Souls, and then you can fast travel back and then start somewhere else.
For sure, when you were at the Firelink Shrine of Dark Souls 2, man, that's a lot. It's a lot different compared to other Souls games, because it's kind of open field, a little village kind of. I'm like, there's actual sunlight coming through. I'm like, to me that's different because I've never seen anything like that. It's always kind of like in a dark, dank, kind of cave or cathedral or something.
So I'm excited to hopefully complete this one sometime this week at some point. I haven't really been streaming too much.
Me neither.
This week, just because I kind of wanted to reset and take a break, and so I hope to get back on it this week. When I want to complete Dark Souls 2.
Are we doing DS3 after this?
Yes, DS3 is coming up straight after that, and I was already talking with Jackal. I said I want to do a Battle Mage build, kind of like I did my Demon Souls playthrough, because I feel like that's more my play style. Like I'm playing melee, I have fun with melee and all that stuff, but I like scaling based off of magic and being able to throw out spells
in tandem with your physical attacks.
In tandem, so like if I want to do some damage while you're coming in, and then I want to face to face with you with some sword and shield. So that's how I want to play the Dark Souls 3, just to see how it goes. Because I don't know if it's viable.
I remember you could start off as different classes. I don't recall. Well, I haven't played Dark Souls 1 or 2, but you can start off as classes like assassin, scholar, knight, and whatever like that. And you get like different. You start off with different stats. I start off as assassin because I think you get the silent fall spell, or that that
is a spell in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, like you're wearing. It's like basically wearing the cat ring.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm having fun playing melee in Dark Souls 2.
But it's not really your style.
It isn't, but it's okay. Like I played through melee and Demon Souls. Like I want to do multiple playthroughs because the games are built for that. They're built for you to restart 100. And all that stuff. And I'm sorry that we've like gone on like this whole Soulsborne tangent for the past few weeks that I've gotten into these games, but it's your fucking fault.
Because you're playing a good game.
It's your fault.
Because you're playing a good game.
Because you gave me Demon Souls,
and
I have not been able to put it down.
Can you imagine this conversation could have been about Witcher?
Yeah, it could have been.
That would have been terrible.
No, it would have been great. Dude, Witcher 3's story is so good. So good. So good. And especially if you watch the show and you play through Witcher 3 and like there's a lot of callbacks.
Season 2 stinks.
Does it?
I'm calling it now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's okay. It's okay.
Mikkel kept watching it and I walked in. I'm like,
titties?
You're already at episode 8. She's like, you stopped caring a long time ago.
Like, you stopped caring.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I just didn't care. What? Okay, when it wasn't about Geralt, I was like, I don't care. I just want to see more Geralt.
Right.
If it's not about him, like, I don't care.
I got you.
But yeah, we could have been talking about Witcher 3. I think you won in the end.
Okay. I mean, fair enough. Like I'm not saying that I had a bad time playing the games. I had a great time playing the games. But
no, people know.
And I'm still waiting for you to do Returnal now. You got a whole year.
Well, I did finish Metroid. I finished Shin Megami Tensei and Metroid Dread.
Oh, nice.
Because I told myself if I didn't finish Dread, it's gonna be one of those games where you're like, okay, what does this move do again? Where was I? So like I can't stop in this game.
Right.
So, but I'll talk about it more.
So I got into Metroid Dread a little bit more. I think I'm on like the 4th area. That the game is really fun, man. Like it's typical Metroidvania, or Metroid in this case, video game. But the boss fights are very fun and engaging, and like they have their different little mechanics and stuff to do.
For sure. That's why that's like I like 100% full disclaimer, guys. I never played any of the old school Metroid games.
Right.
I mean, I played a little bit of the SNES version on the Nintendo Switch because you could play some of the old school games. And I tried it. I was like, okay, cool. I really get the feeling of the whole kind of like alien, claustrophobic terror, stuck in, in a spaceship or whatever. I got that feeling, the vibes, and sure enough, I got those vibes too on Dread. But like, it's a really good game.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And the things that are fun that they do the change up on are the Emmys, right? Is that what it's called? The EMIs. Yeah, that like just kind of like forces you to run and hide and like get through because there's like no until you find the special weapon that helps take them out or whatever. And even then, that's a fucking.
That game was like, to me, it was a very like. It's very refreshing because it was like it is. I mean, yes, Souls games that I've been playing lately are difficult, but this one was also like difficult in a sense where like most side-scrolling games were like, okay, you can just mash your way out of it and kill it and whatever. And this one, no, you will die. Yeah, you will die. There's more than one way of killing something. You better utilize these new tools that you have, and you better recognize and you better memorize patterns.
Right. I like the parry system in it. I like the new powers that are in the game as well.
I feel like a badass.
Feels
every time you get a new power, like yes.
Like I felt weak, and then like you start getting the confidence and like your powers and like your upgrades and stuff like that.
Triple beam supreme and shit.
Yeah, dude. I'm having a fun time with that game. Yeah. So I want to complete out the like right now. Like my head is just in Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne mode, like Souls-like game mode. But like. I've been having a blast playing them, playing through them. Granted, they're frustrating as shit. I think I'm just getting gray hairs all over the fucking place.
Well, the good thing is you got buddies that play also and they kind of drop in and chime in and help you out along the way.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one of the wonderful things about Souls games is the community and people that play it and their experiences, and they're always willing to, share and let you know and give you their 2 cents.
Yeah. So like, even when Jackal wasn't on, like this morning I hopped on. I was like, I need some more rings because I only had like 2 rings on, and I only had like 4 rings total, and I can have 4 slots. So it's just like, I'm gonna go ring hunting. So I started looking at the list of rings. I'm like, where's this ring located? And I would go over there and I could go pick it up. And I was like, where's this ring located? I'd go over there and go pick it up. I was like farming for stuff.
I never had a game that made me like have to like utilize which ring accessory or relic that I want to like have on me, because like in Demon Souls, like all these rings are good. I gotta have the clean ring for sure.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay, so that means I have one more slot, and this better be a pretty good one, or be able to change it on the fly or something. Because like, I don't think I've had a game that does that.
Yeah.
And then when I saw you playing Dark Souls, you're like, oh, I get 4 ring slots. I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's really nice. And one of them doesn't have to be a clean ring.
It doesn't have to be, but you can pick up a clean ring because every time you die in Dark Souls 2, your health goes down gradually up until 50%.
I thought I saw a little blockage on.
Yep, it's annoying.
Great.
It's annoying.
Great.
But luckily the thing that you need to restore your humanity comes back pretty quick. But yeah, it's been a fun experience. I can't wait to get into Dark Souls 3. Like I said, I want to do like a full-on battle mage build again. That's more my playstyle. So it's either gonna be that, or I'm just gonna go balls to the wall, 2-hander, get good, dodge build. Just fucking smack them. I like playing with the meat cleaver.
When I saw you playing that, I'm like,
I do like that too. Like those 2 are my favorites.
That weapon.
So it's either battle mage or it's gonna be like fucking over the top giant cloud sword.
It's either all in or all out.
All in, or like I'm gonna stay away from me and it's stab. But I'm having a blast playing them. As far as like media, this week I've been watching the Wheels of Time on Amazon.
I heard a lot of buzz about that show.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
I'm not mad at it. The first episode did start off a little slow, and then they did a whole mic drop thing at the end where, you know, like they keep you wanting to get engaged. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened, and it seems to happen like every episode. I'm like 4 or 5 in on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Alice watched The Death of 2021 or Death to 2021 on Netflix yesterday. That was fun to see.
I want to watch that.
You know, it goes through everything. It goes through all the news. I think we completed it, but
Gen
it started
6,
January
COVID,
6th,
all versions
COVID.
of it. I'm sure China was in there somewhere.
Bezos and
Bezos going to space, all the billionaires.
Yeah,
That's how much money they got, dude. They're
just fucking.
they
go
got
to
so
space.
much money. We're like, we're just gonna go to space. I'm like,
And then
I gotta work for a living.
you know, shit like that happening. So they go through all that stuff. It's very fun. You know, comedic take on the year, and they just talk mad shit the whole time. They talk about the royal family being racist.
Oh yeah.
To what's her name? I don't know what her name is.
The Queen?
I don't care. No, not the Queen. The one that married Prince Harry
Andrew
or whatever,
Harry,
shit
yeah.
like that.
What was-
and then like 2 weeks later, the other prince dying or some shit.
Like, I know one of them was stuck with Epstein, and they're trying to call him out on it. He's like, nah, he's in Buckingham Palace. You can't serve him papers. I'm like, wait, what? That's how it works?
And that's how it works.
Is that how it works?
And then you know, they go through like all the major events that happened, and they just kind of make fun of it. And
Did you watch
fun times.
Matrix Resurrection?
I did watch that.
Thoughts.
I
Thoughts.
enjoyed it for what it
hold
was.
on. All right, audience, if you guys are listening, for fast forward for like, don't fast forward. You know what you're getting yourself into. It's on HBO Max.
It's on HBO
Yeah.
Max. You had plenty.
Yeah, if you guys are listening live, y'all know what you're getting yourself into.
I enjoyed it for what it was.
Okay, let's preface that. And you're coming at it as a
Since
very
a
as a
fan
very
from day one,
as a hyper fan. I mean,
Yeah.
you've seen the trilogy before.
Animatrix.
You've seen the Animatrix.
Yeah,
You've seen the
played the
anime.
video
You played the
games.
video games. So
All that.
You know it.
Now, granted, the story hasn't always been fucking amazing,
Clear cut.
you know, like amazing or whatever. But I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought I think if it would have been like just a fresh reboot of the series without Keanu and Carrie Ann Moss, I think it would have been just fine. But they wanted to rope them in somehow, and they did that, and they hadn't had to. Like, Neo never actually died at the end of the trilogy anyway, which I understand. But Trinity definitely did die. You know, she got stabbed like with 4 long rebar poles or something through the chest.
All the vitals.
She definitely died.
All the vitals.
So them bringing, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Them bringing her and him back for this is okay. It's okay. That's fine. But I think if they would have not done that just in general, they would have been fine as well. If they would have just done a story based off of this new captain or whatever that had nothing to do with them, I think it would have been fine, because the Matrix always has to have the one in it, right? And maybe the one changes from Matrix to Matrix.
Yeah, another life.
to
Another person.
to do different things, and they could have basically retold the exact same fucking story, but with
a new set
different
of characters.
characters, and it would have been just fine. Now, I liked it for what it was. The action was okay, but you know, Keanu's getting older. He's like 57.
What got to me was when they have, and I don't know why Lana Wachowski did this part. Like in the movie, you'll see flashbacks playing out of the old movie, and then when you see young Keanu, you're like, oh, he did age, because you know everybody be like, oh, he never ages.
He doesn't age.
But you really see it on this one, like, oh, he was boy cute.
Yeah,
you know,
22 years.
Yeah,
ago.
it was a long time. And granted, I hope I look that great when I'm at
22
age.
years. He still looks great.
But you see it though, you're like, there is a stark difference.
Yeah. Well, the beard doesn't help him.
And the
either,
beard doesn't. Yeah,
'cause he's got a patchy beard like me, so it's all right.
The Jesus beard.
He's got but he's got like, he doesn't have he can't grow right here, where underneath the mustache.
Well, I get
right?
filler.
Yeah,
I'll get my wife's eyeliner, and
I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a different telling of kind of the same story. It was entertaining. Like I told you last week, I enjoyed it for what it was. You can't go in there expecting groundbreaking story, because that's not what it was. Like, that happened in 1999. They didn't really change too much in that formula. I'm glad that I got a chance to watch it at home and not like go anywhere.
Oh God, can you
Like,
imagine?
I fucking hate movies, dude.
Can you imagine paying $30?
Yeah, with
And
you and
then,
your wife and
yeah,
some
with the
snacks.
concessions.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Possibly get sick.
Yeah, possibly
I
get
got
sick.
I got COVID for this.
I got COVID for this movie. But yeah, so like I enjoyed it for what it was. It was entertaining. The special effects were good in the places that they were good and bad. Where
At that point, they're just
change
effects.
anything
They're
up.
not even special anymore.
Right. And like the little, because it was based off of simulation theory, kind of like the first one was.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, is the simulation part of the simulation, the real world part of the simulation at that point, right? Like I kind of like that whole take because like even in the simulation, they were like, oh, we got to make another one of these because like now they're breaking the fourth wall as well.
For sure, yeah.
And
Warner Brothers wants us to make another sequel.
And it was like they even named them by name,
Yeah.
and I was like, fuck, what?
Yeah.
So it's like they were breaking walls there, and then like it was
Well, for
it was,
sure.
it was funny in the places where it needed to be.
Yeah,
funny
like for
and-
sure when we had this like the conversation on Discord with Jackal and Sleps, and we're talking about like, and Sleps brought the idea like they're going meta, like
Right.
I was thinking like the metaverse,
Right.
like no,
No,
they're
meta,
literally
metaverse.
going meta. They're recognizing what's going on. I'm
Right.
like, oh, yeah, they are.
So I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a nice nod to the original series, a lot of callbacks to the original series, and the fact that they could move forward. It's basically setting them up to move forward without Keanu and without Carrie Ann Moss, which is perfectly fine. They can tell so many stories. It's kind of like your thought process on Star Wars, where it's like, why does it have to be the Skywalker saga when there's so many other
characters you could
things?
pick.
Like Mass Effect. Mass Effect doesn't have to be
Oh,
about
for sure.
Shepard ever. It could be about anything else.
The Krogans, the
It could be about the
Turians.
Krogan War. It could
Yeah.
be
What are the lizard people called? Solarians.
Solarians.
Yeah.
It could be about the Solarian genophage for the Krogans.
Yeah.
It could
the
be
First
about
War, the Genophage, anything.
so many things. Same thing about the Halo universe. The Halo universe is dope, and it doesn't have to deal with Master Chief fucking at all, dude. Granted, Master Chief is a badass, but there's so many other Spartans doing so many other missions always that you could, like you can make stories
there's a
on.
story
other,
that could be fleshed out there.
It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be Master Chief. It doesn't have to be Shepard. It doesn't have to be Neo. It doesn't. All these characters are they don't have to be there. Is basically what I'm saying. Like they make these great universes and these great stories and they build these great elaborate set pieces that they don't have to do with anything about that. So I think that these guys, instead of making remakes and remasters and or like whatever it is Hollywood's doing these days, sequels on sequels, and then
Well, Hollywood needs to do something.
they can make
They took a whole year off. They're like, we need something.
they can make original
They
content.
can. They definitely. There's so many books and literature out there that's not been like made into cinema or TV. That there's so much of material out there.
To be honest, I think they kind of got to get away from movies unless you can make that movie a complete movie that doesn't suck ass in an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever it is. But like, I think television
For sure,
episodic
Episodic releases like the streaming services have, like what Amazon has with the Wheel of
time
and then
Game of Thrones and
what HBO has and what Netflix has and what Hulu has. I mean,
if
you could tell the story and you could pace it out at your.
you could
Where
redo
you
all
want
of
that.
Lord of the Rings correctly and like get it right,
Why
starting
did
from
that,
The Hobbit.
Why did that elf have a crush on the dwarf?
I have no idea.
Well,
Man.
I
They wanna make humans.
because I read that book and like
I
that
didn't
was
see
that
that.
wasn't in there.
What I'm saying is you could do it correctly without, having to fast forward things and time travel basically in the Game of Thrones aspect.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, like I said, Matrix, I enjoyed it for what it was.
Okay.
It was a solid watch. It wasn't groundbreaking. I told you that up front. It isn't
Yeah.
a fucking 10 out of 10 movie, but it's entertainment. It's something to watch.
Because me and Mikkel watched it, and she was like working on a puzzle, and I was just kind of like hanging out here on the floor, playing with the pups, but watching at the same time, just laying down, and like, I gotta get up, use the restroom. Okay, cool, and watch it. But we're like hardcore into it. Like the problem that I had with the series is when it was released in the late 90s at the turn of the century, these graphics that they had when he's sticking his hand through the glass and it's coming out and he's doing the bullet time, like those kind of graphics were revolutionary. There's
Right.
something you'd never seen anything before.
Right.
And that's like been so ingrained in this age where you see other movies do knockoffs of whole 360 revolution or bullet time and stuff like that. When they try to do it here now, it's like we've been so oversaturated with that graphics, with that kind of
CGI.
Yeah. When they do it again, it's just like, oh yeah, I've seen it.
Oh yeah, seen that before. Yeah.
I mean, especially with our age, our demographic. Maybe for the younger folks, when they see it, it's a completely new experience for them. Mm-hmm. But us growing up with the trilogy, we're like, yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah.
Already.
We've seen that before.
Yeah. And then when they have the whole, montage of the old school trilogies playing in the background, I'm like, is this kind of just lazy just to give us like reminder of what's happened before? Or is it they just think we're kind of stupid and don't know what's going on? Well, because honestly, I'll be 100%. It's been a long time since I've seen the trilogy, so if it's at that point, just to let you know what's going on, cool. But maybe this movie should have been like previously on.
Yeah, but what I was wondering was like Agent Smith threw me off. Like that whole thing threw me off. Like what?
I wanted to see Hugo Weaving.
He exploded at some point in the trilogy. What's going on here? He definitely got exploded, and his code went everywhere. Right? What happened here? Like what?
I did like when the old system was fighting the new system. That was cool. Yeah. I like that a lot. The old Matrix fighting the new Matrix. I'm like, oh, that was cool.
It's like, what's this? What's going on here? So some of the things were janky, but some things were fun. They were entertaining. I had a good time watching it. Other than that, I didn't really watch too much. I didn't work out that much this week. New Year's happened. We
came and went.
We drank a bottle of champagne on the front lawn while we watched fireworks pop that other people purchased, and I got a little too lit, and it was a good time.
Titty.
I got a little lit. So we had a good time. Last night, just me and Alice, like I said, we watched Death of 2021 or Death of 2021. And kind of hung out until New Year's, and as soon as like 12:01 hit, it was like, all right, wrap it up, B.
Go to sleep.
Fucking passed out. Phoebe woke me up at 6:30 this morning, so been a little tired, but no big deal. Okay. How was your week, dude?
Work was okay. It was fine. I was off Friday, which was a nice bonus. And what did I do? I didn't stream at all during the week because I was like, it's the end of the year. I kind of just want to chill.
Yeah.
So like Christmas, went to my brother's house, and the wifey made macaroni and cheese, like super delicious stuff. She like bootlegged the cat's recipe.
Okay.
And so I carved up, just ate that. Tamales, cheesecake. And it's just terrible. So we had so much of it, like, well, we brought it home and made some more. I like ate it for leftovers on Monday, and ate it again Tuesday. So I just like carved. I'm just like,
yeah.
So I didn't exercise. That's not my like. I know it's like a bullshit excuse, but like
that's your OS.
I did not like. I don't feel like doing shit. I'm all like, I'm all bloated and stuff. I'm like, oh god, I feel like I'm breaking out and shit. I'm like, what? My girl's like, come you got these pimples on your back and forehead. I'm like garbage. I hate you. Fed me. She's like, oh, I fed you. I'm like, oh, well, you put it in front of me.
I had Alice brought me leftovers from her house.
What was it?
Like from her mom's house and stuff like that.
Tamales
but like I ate it the following day. Like, but I ate like the meat. Like I ate like the turkey and the ham and stuff. Okay. And then like I threw away all the extra stuff, like all the cookies and cakes and stuff. I threw it all the way today. So that was last week.
Okay.
I'm looking in the fridge. I opened the fridge. I was like, you want any of this stuff? I was like, she was like, nah. And I was like, throw it away. Yeah, let's go. It's gotta go.
If you didn't eat it by then,
I wasn't gonna.
If you didn't eat it by Tuesday,
I wasn't gonna.
It's out.
It's too much. There was like pans on pans, bro. So I was like, I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah, so like I didn't exercise till like Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
I mean, so I got some exercise in. So I exercised Wednesday, Thursday. Did I exercise Friday? I don't think I did Friday. Maybe I did. I don't recall. I mean, so I exercised in the later part of the of the week, but still, I just feel like garbage because I just put all that garbage in my system. I'm like, right. I finished Shin Megami Tensei V
on stream or off?
Off stream. It was like 85. What did I put it at? My notes. Damn, blew away. Wind blowing. 85 hours, dude. That's for Shin Megami Tensei. Like the dungeon crawling, the getting demons and fusioning them together and finding other ones and getting the stats and collecting all the memons, like
memons.
Yeah, because there's tiny little like collectibles.
Memes.
They're called memons.
Okay.
They're little memons. They belong to Gustav, and they're just scattered all over the area. So every 5 you get like a little. You go back and turn them in, and you get a bonus. You get a reward. So trying to get them was really fun. The dungeon crawling, all that good stuff. I enjoyed it. as for the story, I'm just like, it was so bare bones and minimal. I was like, it got near the end. It's like, spoilers, guys. Do you want to become God? Do you want to become a god of chaos? Or do you want to break the throne?
What's the difference between the two gods?
So, like, you could pick, because basically in this story, God is dead. And the angels are trying to resurrect them. So you could become and be like, you become the new god if you want and take over.
Right.
You could become the god of chaos, where you let all the other deities and demons that are around, like, also live and have their place in the world too.
Okay.
Or you could be neutral and you break the throne and no one's God. It's just complete, utter nothing.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you were just God, you could do both things, right? I mean, you could technically do all three of your God, right?
You would think so, but the ideology that they have in this game, they're like, this is what it is, and you're going to have to pick. So because you have to pick like the angels, the demons, or a neutral.
Right.
That's their choices.
I mean, you could if you were God, you could literally do all three.
Well, this is going to become like ideology 101.
I get what you're saying.
But at my point, I'm like, I'm just going to break. I'm going to go like freaking what's the old girl?
Did you save right before you could choose and then just do all three? So
no, because it asks you like 2-3 hours before you get to that part.
Oh.
I'm like, I wish it did, because I would go back in there and see all the endings. So what I did, I went to YouTube and see all the endings.
Oh, okay. So what did you think of your ending that you chose? Which
I was kind of like, I choose neutral. I chose, I'm gonna break everything.
No God.
Nobody was happy with that.
Nobody
was happy.
Nobody liked that.
Nobody
liked pops up in the corner like Fallout. Nobody liked your decision.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna break the wheel. I was like Daenerys, like, I'm gonna change everything.
Oh, so it's just like the real world.
So, yeah, like nobody liked it. And everybody was set in their ways. Like, okay,
so still gonna believe in a God.
Yeah, so I finished the ending. I'm like, oh, okay. So like the story was lackluster, but like it didn't take away from the gameplay, because the gameplay, like I said, was so solid. I mean, I played 85 hours in it.
Right.
From when it got released in late October.
Yeah,
I think early November.
Early, you picked it up the following week. I believe.
Yeah,
or the day. No, you picked it up day of, but you didn't start.
It was
playing
like it was like December 9th or something. Yeah. October.
Yeah.
November. Sorry.
November. Yeah.
Yeah, it was early November. So yeah, like, I mean, it was a good game because I love just playing it. I mean, there were so many times I was playing it till my freaking Switch died, you know?
Right.
So I had a blast playing it. But in comparison,
you had to get a second Switch that way.
I had to get a second Switch, and
so whenever one dies, you pick them up.
Just rotate them out.
Just rotate
disposable income. Yeah. I mean, so in comparison to like Persona 5 Royal, like Persona 5 Royal definitely has the story, the characters fleshed out. You know, that's the slice of high school life and balancing everything. That's fun and great. But for sure, Shin Megami Tensei definitely has it in the dungeon crawling and fusioning fusioning all your demons together. I mean, in the end, I would still say I prefer Persona 5 Royal over Shin Megami Tensei 5, but Shin Megami Tensei was still, like, if you love JRPGs and if you have any experience or inkling to want to play it, I would definitely recommend it. I enjoyed it a lot.
So, Shin Megami Tensei 4 came out when?
Tell me.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know. Because Shin
I'm,
Megami Tensei is not first, and the only reason I know about it.
2016. So let's say they had 5 years of development. 4 was on the 3DS. It looks like. Oh no, I'm sorry. Shin Megami Tensei 4 came out in 2013.
Okay, because I know that they had a recent like re-release Nocturne or something like that.
Right. And Shin Megami Tensei 5 came out in 2021. They're using Unreal Engine 4. This whole brand new engine, this whole new system, and all that other stuff. So they had 8 years in between major releases here.
Well, they also had, like Persona.
I get that.
Yeah.
But let's say they started working on it 5 years ago. Whatever it is, right?
Hypothetically.
But, like, do you think that they should have, in 8 years' time, they could have come up with a better story and plot lines?
Maybe. But honestly, I don't feel like that's... I don't think that was meant to be the strong suit. I really think it's just about the demons, the gathering, the dungeon crawling,
and all that stuff was top tier.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. I couldn't put it down. I loved it.
But you hadn't played the previous...
And I've never played any Shin Megami Tensei games at all. And the only reason I know about this series is because some of the crossover from Persona 5. Yeah.
So does that make you want to go and play 3 that's on Steam or any other, like, to reach out to any of the other platforms?
No. Because, like, well, I mean, I have Persona 4 Golden on my wish list, and I kind of want to go back, but it's like... Nah, not really, because what the difference between Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, even though there were subtle changes, I thought it was just fantastic.
Right.
And like, I don't want to go back to another. I mean, I could be doing myself a disservice by not going back there.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm fine at where I'm at.
So let's say for instance, Shin Megami Tensei 6 comes out in 5 years or whatever it is, you're gonna pick it up and play it. I'm assuming,
for
right?
sure.
You're gonna
For
pick it
sure.
up and play it.
Because like I said, I loved 5 so much.
Now, do you think that from 5 to 6 that they should do something differently, or like they should change something up?
Well, definitely change something up,
But definitely not come out only on the Switch, for sure.
Well, a good thing
a
about
hindrance.
that, it is a hindrance, but I think we both wrote down somewhere that it was like they sold 800,000 copies for something that was
they
just
did, and congratulations.
yeah, for something that was just released on the Switch.
Right.
It's like
It's not bad.
that's not bad.
It's not a bad
Yeah,
run.
I saw the MPD reports. It was like 16 for the month of November and number 6 for Nintendo on the
It's
NPD
not
report.
bad.
So I was like, that's pretty good. So I think that's like the fastest selling.
But what I'm
Shin Megami Tensei game.
what I'm saying is like we are like you played through Dark Souls 3, right?
Mhm.
And then what's it called? Sekiro comes out, and then you play that one,
For sure.
and like it's a pretty big difference and like change up from Dark Souls 3, the end of the trilogy, which is the culmination of 10 years worth of video games or whatever.
Mhm.
And then you move over to Sekiro, where they take away certain aspects of the Dark Souls series and add in their new aspects. Multiplayer's gone, messaging is gone, but you get to parry, blocking's gone, no dodging. I mean blocking's there, but you know what I mean. Like there's not a whole lot of like sidestepping. It's like you got to parry, you got to get good.
Even though it's the same genre, it's a whole different set of mechanics.
Set of mechanics, right?
Yeah.
But like the storytelling, I feel like is better in Sekiro than it is in the Dark Souls series. Now, granted, Dark Souls still has a great story and like shit's fucked up in that. It's very dark and very bleak. You know what I mean? But like moving into Sekiro, where like they're fucking telling you,
I'll be 100% like I do not give a shit about the story about any From Software games. And I'm not saying I think the story's stupid. I'm not saying that.
Right.
I just don't care.
But what I'm saying is like things have changed over time. Things get better, and like we as a collective, you and I are expecting an amazing fucking game out of Elden Ring that comes out in a month and a half or whatever it is, right? So we're taking all these previous.
I'm expecting a good game, but I'm kind of hoping they're not like, we got to make it easy for everybody. Let's have the easy mode allowed.
Kind of lowering your expectations here.
I'm not lowering my expectations, but I'm just like, I hope they don't like lower their expectation. I hope they don't like, well, we want everybody to enjoy it,
right?
So here's easy mode.
No,
I hope they don't do that.
Well, what I'm saying is
I'm not trying to sound like elitist, but it's like there's a reason they're called From Software games. There's a reason they're hard.
Right.
I don't want them to be like, yeah, here's easy mode. Come in.
Well, what I'm saying is like you expect certain things to like get better over time. So given the fact that you've never played any of the other Shin Megami Tensei 5s, which is not Shin Megami Tensei, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's a knock against you or anything like that. But what I'm saying is if they come out with 6 in 5 to 6 years, like it has to get better, right? It can't just stay the same.
It's also subjective though. Yeah, for sure it can't be the same.
It is objective.
It can't be, copy pasta. Here's, the same thing. But it has to be,
Then why do we wait 6 years for you to release a game? If it's copy pasta.
I have no idea.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
no
it's got to change
idea.
up. But what I was getting at is like, what do you want to see change from the end of this series going forward with 6? Like, what do you want to see improved on?
I don't know. I really don't know off the top of my head. I mean, maybe some minor things where like I remember like the third zone, like the map, that whole zone kind of frustrated me because it was so freaking layered on top of itself. So you're looking for an item,
right?
And you just look at the map, it's right there, but you're like, it's actually more, higher up and trying to reach. Like it was just like zone 3 was kind of a headache, just trying to get around it. That's the only part I got like, all right, get the fuck out of here,
right?
Quick. That's it. But I mean, as for what I want change different, like I'll just leave it up to like Atlas to do with their thing, because if there's ever a Shin Megami Tensei 6, I'll be like, yeah, I'm in. Just the experience that I've enjoyed from.
I got you.
What you got? And I mean, unless you want to go into even more RPG mode and be like, oh, now you can equip different armor or relics or stuff like that.
Right.
You do that sort of. I mean, you go dip into the classic JRPG tropes and cliches and start adding some of that stuff in there, but
would you want the story to get better or like the combat to get better?
I don't know. The combat, the combat was great. I enjoyed it. It felt good when you're doing Aramasa and then crit,
right?
And then you're throwing out your spell. Like, in my opinion, the strong suit of Shin Megami Tensei is the the dungeon crawling and the battles.
Yeah, there you
which
go.
It was so awesome.
They were good.
When that part, it shines so well that even the shortcomings of the lackluster story, I was okay with it.
Okay.
Maybe some of the map could have been better on part 3, probably. But the other part where they excelled was so good that, like, I mean, I spent 85 hours. I spent 85 hours on a game. Like, that's hard. That's rare for me. There's so many times where, like, if a game doesn't click with me in the first couple hours, I have no problem saying, see ya.
I don't want to play with you.
Yeah, I have no problem. Like, my time is so limited and short that if I can't play a game that I'll get you some drink.
No, I got it. Go ahead.
Well, give me one too. Yeah, like I said, guys, if the game is, like, if it doesn't hook me in there, like, I have no problem saying, man, this is not for me. I will drop it. You know? It has to be good. And Shin Megami Tensei was so good. I just couldn't put it down. 85 hours. Yeah. So, yeah, as for, like, what would they change? Like, I mean, I could think of a few things, but, like, honestly, Atlas bought me over. Like, hey, dude, you guys do something different. I have faith that I will get it.
Right.
You know? So, and like I said, there was a leap of faith for me because I'd never played a Shin Megami Tensei game. I mean, I see my buddy Bruce Lionsoul stream it, played like the old school on some emulators. I'm like, okay, it looks kind of janky, but it's older. But it's older, you know. Yeah. So it's like I can't judge it a game that I haven't ever played just because on dirty old tech, you know.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So like it just got me more hyped for like Persona 6 when that comes out because like even Atlas was like, okay, next year will be 25-year anniversary for Persona. So
nice.
Hopefully they'll have some announcements.
I hope so.
Throughout the year. But yeah,
it's not going to come out until 2024.
Who knows? Due to COVID, we want to make the best possible game ever for everybody.
Of course.
To experience this. Or just because we got purchased by Tencent doesn't mean we'll be changing anything.
Did they?
I'm not. No, it didn't get bought, guys. I'm just. That's something you hear a lot.
I'm just saying it could have happened already.
That's something you hear. Yeah, that's something you hear a lot. They got purchased by Tencent or something. Yeah. But we promised to make the same quality games. Now we just have access to better income.
Right. Like for instance, like in my experience with these past 4 Souls games, I think I've played, for Elden Ring, I have pretty high expectations, and I have pretty high expectations that they're gonna change up, you know, some things for the better. Yeah. Like multiplayer connectivity has to be like pretty fucking good. I don't know if they're gonna level cap it or what, like what's gonna happen, or if like you get too over leveled. And I'm still in a low level, like they got to scale you down a little bit. That would be cool. But like some of these things have to work pretty seamlessly because people are going to grind it out. People are going to, you know, do all the things. And
there's going to be the first.
There's going to be the sweaty people that are out there just get it done. And then like I'm not going to be able to play with, you know, me and you don't have the same amount of time. Jackal doesn't have the same amount of time. Like we need to be able to play with each other whenever we need to play, you know. So I hope that they given my past experiences from the Souls games, I hope that they do a better aspect of it because I don't want to just play with random people. I want to play with my friends.
Yeah, I mean, of course there is that. I mean, me as a fan of From Software, looking into forward and for Elden Ring, like I want to see, like, yeah, it looks like they're emphasizing on the multiplayer aspect, but I want to make sure like, hey, I just want to play by myself.
Right, that too.
I hope that's fleshed out because that's one of my concerns when what's that game that came out from People Can Fly? That's not a live service game. From Planet Side? No. Outsider? No.
Outriders? Yeah.
Because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, cool. Even though I don't have friends to play with, I could play this by myself. And technically, you can.
Technically.
But if you really want the good stuff, like you gotta have other. Like, it's one of those games, like. Yeah. Never mind. So I just hope that, you know, Elden Ring becomes that. Where it's
but like, if they're gonna focus hard into that multiplayer, then the matchmaking needs to be fucking spot on.
It has to be
really good.
It has to be.
It has to be spot on. Like it's got to be fucking seamless.
And like I said, I'm not gonna like hate them if they do like dip heavy into the multiplayer because I've told myself 100 times where like, Rick, if it's the same game, I mean, what are you doing here? You're just playing. Just stay with the game that you're playing now and just keep playing it over and over. You know, there has to be some changes. Right. You know, and I don't want to be that guy, that curmudgeon or curmudgeon. Yeah. Or that shut in or that old body that's, you know, that old head that says, well, it has to be the same game or it sucks. I don't want to be that guy. Nah. That gets boring. But I just don't want it to be something so radical of a change that it doesn't become what it's not what it was. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. I get what you're saying.
I mean, make some changes, but nothing so
don't
far.
Don't get too carried away.
But not too carried away, yeah.
Don't get too carried away. Yeah. Stay in your lane.
Yeah, I mean,
Stay in your fucking lane.
they're gonna start releasing like battle passes, character passes,
Oh, boy.
NFTs.
Oh boy.
If they start doing that, I'd be like, "What are we doing here, boys?"
You get to get the Tower Demons set.
You get his armor
for his NFT, which is gonna cost you $300. Go.
So, Shin Megami Tensei. I finished Metroid Dread, which I think I clocked under around 8.5 hours, 9 hours.
Nice.
It's
not bad.
I mean, I just went straight to like, picked up everything along the way, killed little mini bosses, and got to the last boss. And he was tough. All the fights there, you gotta know their patterns. You can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna spam rockets and kill them.
Nope.
Ain't working that way. You better recognize their patterns, know what they're doing, play smart, use your new abilities, and then fight around it. Because I was dying to the Emmys. I was like,
yeah, those things suck, dude.
They're tough because they're damn near invulnerable, you know. And
they are invulnerable.
Yeah. Well, until you get that special weapon, and even then, those weapons are time consuming. Yeah, it's time consuming. You have to really line up your shot, you know. And Mikkel saw me, and she saw me getting worked up. She's like, "Oh, this game's kind of hard."
It's a little bit.
Yeah, it's a challenge, and you have to be so dexterous with your fingers because you have to be able to run, jump, stop, lock yourself in, change the angle which you're shooting, and be able to run jump. Like you have to be like ready to go. I mean
all that.
Yeah, I mean,
and remember all the button presses and all the what every button does. Yeah.
When to roll into a bomb, when to slide under something, when to jump, when to jump and then over, parry. I mean, yeah,
rockets.
So many things.
Shot,
yeah, there's so many things to do. That I mean, like it's just refreshing. It's like wow, like I did not expect it to be like I thought it was gonna be like okay, just mash your way through everything.
Nah. No. The environments are really pretty too, especially on the Switch.
On the OLED, yeah, on the handheld.
I don't have an OLED, bro. I'm still poor.
Oh,
I'll tell you
about it.
I'm still in first gen, bro. Yeah, but the moving in the background in the environments is really nice, and the music is really good.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. You feel like you're just stuck in this, like you know, like. If they made Alien a movie, right? You know, it just feels so isolated and stuck somewhere and just stuff in the. I mean,
it's pretty damn good.
They really did a good job. I mean, of course, there could be some more things I missed. I'm sure there's like some items that I missed along the way.
Secret areas.
I mean, this could be the nostalgia talking, but I still think I like Symphony of the Night better.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just my opinion. I could be. I mean.
Well, now that you've completed it, and it is a game in 2021 that came out, how does it rank as far as like, you know, you played Resident Evil 8?
Oh yeah.
And like Melty Blood and, you know, some other games. Like, how does it rank in your games that were released in 2021?
If you are a fan of Metroid and you have access to a Switch, I would say play it. It's worth it. You do pay the Nintendo tax of that $60. You know, I mean, unless you can find a discount. I know you found it, you know, for cheaper using the online discounts and stuff like that. I'd say play it. It's truly as a gamer's game,
right?
Because I mean,
it's old school with new school.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an easy mode. I know you can put on hard mode once you beat the game.
Yeah, there's.
But I mean, you have to move and jump and run and you have to think like, because they'll put an item there. And you got this new ability, but it doesn't mean that new ability is going to be the key to getting it. You have to kind of think. And sometimes it's like, you don't have the ability yet. Come back later.
Come back later. Remember.
Yeah, you can put a marker there on the map and you come back later. Or you just got to like know how to manipulate your new skills and doing it. I'm like, okay, it's like either I do not have the ability or I got to be able to move it and use it in tandem with this other ability to get there. And it makes you think, you know, and I like it. So, I mean, honestly, it's a fun game. If you're into that genre, I'd say definitely get it, for sure. But I when you play the Nintendo Switch, you know how you go to like Nintendo News, they have this little part where it says it has your year in review, and it tells you how many hours you played X months.
Oh,
what game you played the most?
Oh boy,
how many hours you played compared to last year?
So it was like 0 all the way up until like November for you.
It was like I think the month I didn't play that much was like October. I had like 0 hours on that game on the console.
Fair enough.
Which sounds about right. And then because the game you played the most, Shin Megami Tensei,
85 hours.
If it shows November, it goes that gauge is like it falls off the screen. It just breaks through the screen. And it says, and it tells you a stat. There's an awesome stat. It says on Wednesday, November 23rd, you played for 7 hours. I'm like,
Oh, is that what I did with my day?
That's what I did Thursday, Wednesday. I was like, oh yeah, it's that Wednesday. I was off work.
Oh.
It was right before Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
I played 7 hours. Thanks for reminding me.
Thanks for telling me.
Yeah. So,
Do anything else?
guys, I would suggest y'all check it out. If you have a Nintendo Switch, go to the little news tab. It'll say 2021 in review, and then you just go to your little login. Yeah, if you have your account, you just log in and it'll tell you everything. I'm like, that's pretty cool. What else? I watched on Netflix. Guys, I know it's like heavy on the.
It's our week. Yeah, it's all good. An hour 10.
Oh damn, we're 10. Yeah, we're going heavy on our horror week. But last night I watched a Netflix movie produced and directed by Adam McKay.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody probably knows who he is. He's Nestle Nope's boyfriend, a little nerdy dude.
Mm-hmm.
Really funny guy.
Husband,
boyfriend.
They were
And then in Step Brothers, it was
Adam Scott is his name.
Is it Adam Scott?
Mm-hmm. That's the guy that you're talking about.
I have to look it up.
That's all right. What's the name of the movie?
Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up.
Starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, and Jonah Hill.
It was and Meryl Streep and
Streep,
Ron
yeah.
Perlman and just like a whole
Adam
bunch of.
McKay is the director that you're talking about.
Who's Adam McKay?
Adam McKay is the director of that movie. But let me look it up.
Who's Adam McKay? He's the same guy.
Adam McKay did.
Who's his images?
I'm looking up his IMDb. That's not who you're talking about.
That's
but
it?
he did Vice, The Other Guys, The Big Short.
Oh, I thought that was what you
He's
call it?
producing.
I thought that was who played Leslie Knope's boyfriend.
No, Adam Scott.
That's
is the
Adam
one you're
Scott.
talking about,
Oh, okay, I take that back, guys. Sorry.
Whoops.
But it was a really good movie. I liked it. It was like a satire take on how we as a society in U.S. lives, and it takes it and takes it to level 1 to number 11.
Yeah, of
and
course.
it's so good. It's so good. Where instead of people caring about what's right and having to do the correct thing, they turn it into, well, am I trending right now? How many followers do I have?
You mean real
Am I
life?
number one? Yeah, I mean,
You mean
like I
real
said,
life?
it got that, and it just ran with it, and it did a good job, and it was a really good story, and I enjoyed it, and I really felt for it. I like it a lot. Me and Mikkel both saw it, and
I
was
don't like
interested.
Jennifer Lawrence's haircut. I don't like the bangs.
I don't either.
I don't like the
but
bangs.
she plays a weirdo. She plays a
like
weirdo.
bowl cut, like
Yeah.
mullet. I can't.
It's not attractive.
It's not.
It's not attractive, but she
She
did
looks
a
like
really
the
good job.
singer. She looks like that one rapper from Die Antwoord. That one. She got the really high voice like this, and she rap like this. You know what I'm talking about? She just has like no. I'll show you.
recall.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll
Cannot
show you a
recall.
picture.
But I would suggest you guys check it out. I thoroughly enjoyed it. What else did I do? I mean, a couple of exercises here and there. Work was okay.
Yeah, it's
We put off the podcast.
that haircut on the left there.
Oh yeah, that's from what's that movie with the
Chappie.
Chappie? Yeah, he does Blumpkin or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
does all the movies in South Africa and shit.
That haircut, whatever she's got, is what.
That
the
you know
bitch has
what?
got
You're
that
right.
shit.
That reminds me.
Every
Yeah.
time I see her, I was like, "Oh, I hate that haircut."
Kun. Yeah. But yeah, check it out. Don't Look Up. I highly recommend it. What else?
It's on my
I
list.
think that's about it. But yeah, Shin Megami Tensei,
Metroid
really
Dread.
good.
Both
Metroid
completed.
Dread. Oh, and I'm playing just on the Switch since I don't have nothing to play right now. Just Persona 5 Strikers. But that's just kind of. I'm gonna play Returnal next,
Mm. Yeah,
I'm
we'll
gonna
see.
beat it.
We'll see. Yeah, okay.
and I'm gonna destroy you.
Okay. Yeah.
It
Good
looked
luck.
good because I uploaded it.
Good luck.
I uploaded it. I was like-
Downloaded it.
Yeah, download it, upload, whatever. I had to put it in the system, which took surprisingly long.
Yeah.
And then like I looked at my system, I'm like, oh, I only have this much space. I gotta give me one of those
Yeah, that's what I was
M.2s because I'm like, damn.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it says it comes with 1 terabyte.
Nah, 800.
It comes with 800, and then like the OS has like 200.
600.
I'm like, what? The OS takes this much?
Yeah. That's why I was like, you're like, really? And I was like, yeah, dude, I got a shit ton of games. I'm playing all the time.
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
Demon Souls eats up 60 on its own.
I know. I was like, but I have the disc. But it doesn't work that way.
Nope.
That's my old brain thinking.
Yeah.
Well, the information's on disc, right?
Listen here, old man.
Yeah. I'm like, so if that's the case, like, why does it need the disc to play the game?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
So weird. So weird.
Like, am I missing something? I'm not
Nope.
asking for discounts. I'm just like asking for like, okay, if I get the disc and I put the game in there,
Still has
Please-
to download
please-
60 gigs.
please insert disc. I'm like,
Still has to
but the
download
game's right
60.
there.
I mean, yeah. Still got to download 60 games.
You
Or
know?
60 gigs.
I was like, okay. I don't
Pretty
know.
soon, you're gonna be buying physical copies that are gonna come.
I'm gonna get the NFTs.
Yeah, you're gonna get a physical copy of the game, right? It's
Yeah.
gonna come with the game, the actual plastic thing. You're gonna open it up and it's gonna be a PC game. Basically, it's gonna open up. It's gonna have a fucking card in there with a code that you gotta
It's
input
like
or scan with
when
your
you go
camera.
to Best Buy and they're selling Fortnite.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Exactly.
Guys?
Exactly that.
The fuck?
That's what's gonna happen
Yeah.
to these consoles next generation. I'm guaranteed.
It'll be digital.
Straight up digital only. That's all that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna phase it out. This is the
I'm
beginning
ahead
of
of the
them.
curve, baby. That's all I'm saying.
This is the beginning of them phasing it out.
Yep. It's coming.
Yeah. So when it's like 2025, 2026.
Whenever the next generation, when PlayStation 6 comes out and
Well,
Xbox Series R or whatever the fuck it's called.
It'll have to
Calling
be-
it here now, by the way, guys. It's Series
gonna-
R.
After the silicon chip wars, then
Yeah.
it'll happen.
And then it'll come out, and then they're not going to have disk drives anymore because who the fuck uses that anymore?
Then who's gonna make it?
Hmm?
Who's gonna make it?
Who's going to make what?
All the components and the chips,
Oh, probably China.
probably.
Yeah, probably.
We'll be
Tencent overlords will make it. They'll make their own console.
We'll be a branch of China.
Yeah, by that time China will have
be a
invaded
territory.
Alaska
Yeah.
and
Work their way down.
Yeah, and
You
then
seen
we'll have
Red Dawn?
Fallout. We'll have Fallout basically. Fallout
What's
video
gonna
games
happen?
in real life.
That's what's gonna happen.
But I think the console, the disc in the console is going away.
Yeah,
I think it's going.
I think this
coming.
is the beginning of that.
I mean,
that phasing
fucking
them out.
PC cases don't even come with the spots to put them in there anymore. I mean, you got to get a USB drive for those.
They're
Yeah, they're phasing out. They've been phasing out.
Yeah. Well, for sure in the consoles, but I mean,
It needs
now
to
the
go.
fact that it's coming that way.
Less moving parts means more longevity in consoles. Disk drives break all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
How many times you go to Reddit and be like, "Hey, my PlayStation ain't just ejecting the disc anymore."
Oh my god, no.
But they have it. My pet peeve is when people on
They'll
Reddit
have it in a space like
and
that
yes,
right there.
Yeah, they check out my PlayStation. I'm like,
I just got a PlayStation. It's like in the fucking most confined. It's like where they
Yeah.
wrapped it in a plastic bag, basically.
yeah, or they put their monitor on top of the PlayStation itself. I'm like,
It's gonna fall though.
they're like, my PlayStation keeps making loud noises. I'm like, get the monitor off.
yeah,
No, it's fine. It's been like this it's been like
yeah.
this is why you have a
just wore
problem. Take it
out.
off. You're putting it's constantly putting weight on it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Guys, if you're listening, don't
Let it
put
breathe.
don't put
Let it
shit on your God,
Let it breathe.
don't do that. Oh God, getting worked up.
Anyway, what do you got for this week, bro? Because
Uh,
it ain't much.
No, no, it's not. So 2021 was okay. We talked about Matrix already. Don't look up. Oh, I did see Book of Boba episode 1.
Oh, I have not watched that yet. Don't ruin it for me.
Okay, I won't ruin
Let me
it.
guess. It starts off with his hand coming out of the Sarlacc pit, right? Yep. Patton Oswalt called that one from Parks and Rec. Way
sure,
back in the
for
day.
sure. I mean,
He called it. He's such a fan, though.
He's a fanboy for sure. Well, I remember back in high school, me and my nerd buddies were talking about it. And that's I think every hardcore Star Wars nerd always had that discussion. Like, no, he actually survived the Sarlacc pit, and now Disney's just like, yeah, we'll give you all the fan service you
He
need,
did.
and we can make a story out of this and make money. Yeah, we'll do it. we'll tell you whatever story you want to hear.
Yeah.
Uh,
But how was it? Good? Thumbs up,
yeah, I'll
thumbs
watch it
down?
again. I'll watch it again.
Was it Mandalorian level good or is not as good so far? I mean, it's only first episode. Relax.
Probably less than Mandalorian.
Okay.
Part 1.
Fair enough.
But like I said, it's one of those.
Got to give you
things.
backstory. A
It's
little
one,
bit.
it's one of those things where it's like, hey, there's no Skywalkers in here. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
It's just a crime lord in a crimeless in a crime city.
So is Gina Carano in? The
She got
show?
booted, dude.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
she got
she
canceled?
tweeted out.
She got canceled.
She tweeted out about
They didn't bring her
what's
back?
going on.
They
and
didn't bring her
then
back?
They got mad. Well, Disney. I mean, if you don't play by their rules, you're out, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Hollywood. Remember, in Hollywood, you're not yourself. You're who they want you to be.
Right.
And
Always.
if you don't conform to that image, that style, we'll replace you. There's so many people that want that Disney paycheck.
Facts.
Yeah, they'll get replaced. So I mean,
Except for James Gunn, who's back.
for sure,
He's the only one.
Well, the thing is, they try to cancel him for like what tweets he did like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're not the same person you were 10 years ago. You're not the same person you were 6 months ago.
Not the same person I was yesterday. Dude.
Yeah, I
Shit
mean,
changes
shit
all the time.
changes. You have different opinions. Like, you're gonna convict somebody on something they
Yeah.
said something on
People are weird.
on Twitter of all things.
Yeah.
Like-
America should be canceled, dude. America needs to be canceled.
Yeah. So yeah, Gina
You guys
Carano,
were
she's out.
these slave owners for a while. Just saying.
People forget about it. Was a thing too. Like they want to go around getting rid of like Southern Confederate like monuments and stuff. It's like
not just that, but we know we've committed genocide.
For sure, yeah. But the thing is, like, you can't just destroy it. You have to learn from it.
Yeah.
You know, this was our history at one point.
Yep.
If you don't learn from it, you're just gonna doomed to repeat it.
Yep. We should have been canceled a long time ago. That's all I'm saying. We should have been canceled in the 60s.
Oh, I mean,
The
yeah.
60s.
I mean, we could go tinfoil hat chat, and we could go deep with that. And one day we will. Me and Travis are gonna work on it.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be great.
What else you got?
We'll be on a paywall.
You gonna be on a Patreon paywall?
Yeah, we'll be on a Patreon. You guys gotta
losing
give us
money. Losing money. Oh, do you not like money?
I like monies. I like sponsors. I ain't got sponsors. I don't
You ain't got them, dude.
No.
Whatever.
Final Fantasy.
What about it?
Square Enix.
What about them?
NFTs. I know we tried. The thing about
three
NFTs.
buzzwords that you just said right there.
The thing about NFTs is like I still don't know what they are.
Uh-huh.
I know it's like an image / receipt / contract that gets put into the blockchain.
Yeah.
And it's you know where it's at
imaginary.
when it gets transferred.
It's imaginary.
It's in a data somewhere, right?
Right. Correct.
Data on online crypto.
Correct. Until the internet.
So
goes down.
the president, Yosuke Matsuda, he's like, well, guys, we're gonna embrace it for our games in Square Enix and Final Fantasy. I'm like,
I think.
and honestly, let me finish real quick.
Sure.
And the thing is, like, I'll go to like Reddit and Twitter, and people are mad because Ubisoft says they're gonna put it in their games. People at Epic Games are mad at them because they're gonna have NFT games. And the thing is, to me, it's like I haven't seen NFTs applied in real world, so I can't say this is bad or good. Mm-hmm. And I probably might have harked on this last week or the week before or the week before that. But until I see it in practice and see how they're applying it, can you get mad at them? I mean, it's all hypothetical and it's all like model review.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and go with a different analogy here.
Dime.
I think that NFTs do not make sense at all until you have a game that takes over the world. Like, you ever read the book Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something like that, where they have a game that basically everybody plays always, which is basically the metaverse before the metaverse became a thing, right?
You talking about
Like,
Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just talking about like something like that needs to happen where everybody needs to be playing the exact same game, and then you can buy your digital real estate and make a Prince world or make a fucking Doom world or make a
whatever world you could think
whatever,
of.
a Wachowski movie world where it's just the Matrix, and then like you can make different games and quests in there and things like that. NFTs will make sense in that aspect when that time is ready, but to put your additional money into NFTs into a game that might not last a year, a la Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed or whatever, Halo, whatever it is. All I'm saying is like that seems like a waste of your money. It seems predatory. It seems very like cash grabby.
What Travis told me was I hung out with him a couple weeks ago. MoFo.
Or FOMO, fear
of missing out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Like I don't think NFTs are gonna be like a real big thing until a world like that, like a world is created like Ready Player One, where everybody hops into the Oasis.
VR is starting to creep up there.
It's creeping.
I mean, it's not widely available, and it's not.
It's
everywhere.
widely available, but it isn't.
Well, you don't catch as much about. I mean, compared to console gaming, mobile gaming, it's not. It's still a very niche thing.
It's very niche
VR,
at the moment.
But you cannot deny VR existence. It's there. It's slowly making its presence known.
If this would have happened in like World of Warcraft 10 years ago, I think it would have hit like pretty hard because like everybody's spending their time in this world and this and that. But the thing is like.
But now we have Final Fantasy 14.
True,
as big.
But like
bigger.
Here's the problem: is that servers are still separated, and that's kind of an issue. Whenever you read the book of Ready Player One, it's like everybody's on this
Connected.
one area always,
For sure.
and you can go to different planets, which I guess the different planets would be servers, but each one. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like everybody's connected. There's no server choice. There's no nothing like that. You have your name, your account, your character has an inventory. You travel around in these different places, you do different things, and you just basically live life how you would want to live it in this game. That sounds absolutely phenomenal for NFTs. Like, oh, I want a fucking flaming sword or a gun that shoots.
Like, I want my avatar to look like Ryu.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want in this world. That's why it's called the Oasis. Until a world like that exists, I don't think they're gonna take off that well. I mean, just to be honest, dude, like, okay, cool, Call of Duty implemented NFTs in their
gun skins or whatever.
gun skin,
outfits,
whatever it is,
uniforms,
whatever it is. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna make a new one next year, and your NFT doesn't transfer over to the
Well,
other game.
definitely, if they do
No.
that, yeah, if you shut all over your player base, yeah, that would be terrible. You would lose business.
It seems like a money grab.
But if they do the whole live service game where like Modern Warfare, their Warzone, where it's been 3 years removed and it's still going on strong, that could be a shoe-in of how it starts. Where
It could be.
Okay, we're not making another battle royale, so we're just going to continue this one, and now we'll start implementing the NFTs where.
Right. Now I get where that whole thing comes in. Like Destiny did it, or Warzone did it. But if it's like just for that one specific release.
Oh, yeah.
But even then, dude.
Who's falling
the
for it?
person? Who's the person
Who's the
spending the
target?
money
Yeah.
on this kind of stuff? Like, you got whales for sure. Those exist in the gacha games. You have that.
I hear there's a new term, Krakens. Kevin told me about that.
Kraken. What is that?
They're bigger than whales,
They're bigger than whales.
but they're supposed to be cooler because you know how Krakens are like really badass, these mystical shipwrecking.
I mean, whales are pretty fucking.
But
dope.
the thing is,
Whales are pretty
you
dope.
don't call yourself a Kraken because you're not cool.
You might
Krakens are cool.
You might get stabbed.
But don't be a cool Kraken. You're not cool Kraken. You're still a whale.
I just don't think that the technology and I don't think the world is ready for something like NFTs and video games. Just in all honesty, and then again, who's it for? Basically, like who's
that's
it
a
for?
good question. That's a good question. Who's it for? Because I mean, you and me and Jacko talked about it briefly earlier on Discord, and I thought that was a good conversation. But yeah, I mean, we're at the point we've been playing games so long that we're okay. Where if something's gone, you can't collect it. I don't give a shit. That's fine.
Right.
But there's some people where these new age gamers, new age kids that are now just getting into games. Oh, I might not get this again.
Oh no,
Gotta get it now. I mean, maybe that's who it's targeting. I don't know. I got to see more how these NFTs are handled. But I'm not saying that companies are going to be looking in our best interest for it.
They're not.
They're not.
They're not.
Their project. Their goal is to make money. That's their first project.
Yeah. Also, can we get out of the normalization of the word microtransactions? We need to get away from that word. Because skins in Halo are costing $25.
Oh God,
that's not a microtransaction.
Yeah, microtransaction be like
that's a
50
transaction.
Yeah,
that's just a regular transaction.
That's a financial transaction.
That's like $2 for a skin. Okay, I get it. $25, guys. Hey, Destiny, calm the fuck down. Hey, Fortnite, $20 for a fucking skin. Calm the fuck down. Those aren't micro anymore.
That's true.
It's micro if you spend $6,000 in a year on transactions. But Jesus Christ, we need to get out of that normalization of that word microtransaction. They're not micro.
I think they want to keep that micro added to it because it makes it feel like it's just a small thing.
Micro NFTs?
Yeah, they're going to add micro. It's a small thing. Don't worry about it.
Micro non-fungible transactions.
Yeah.
Pass. Hard pass on all that.
But yeah, so like you said, maybe if WoW would implement it a long time ago, it could have picked up. But the thing is, Final Fantasy, even the president's talking about it, and that's the MMO to play right now. I mean, I don't know how they're going to implement it, how they're going to use it, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not into it.
But then, you create something like, let's say you create an axe, right? You create an axe that one person buys for whatever amount of money, and then they can sell it to somebody else for however much they want. Do they make that money, all of it back?
I have no idea.
Right now, here's the thing: they sell that axe to another player, so on and so forth, or whatever, until the end of time, or until internet goes away, or this game. So, like, the whole thing is like, is it not possible to
exist out of that game?
Exist anywhere else ever? Is it
maybe if you have the code, the part of the blockchain?
So let's say that these companies like Ubisoft and Squaresoft and whatever, say a new company comes in, makes the Oasis, right? And then that company is like, yo, I want to buy y'all's IP. I want all of From Software's weapons and character names and all this stuff on my From Software world that we're going to make. So I want to buy all of the things that you have ever as NFTs. Boom. And then they were like, oh, we got Sekiro here, and he's got his katana and his prosthetic, and you can implement all these things on your character if you, but developers are paying for the NFT. Like the developer of the Oasis is paying for the NFT from software or from Nintendo. Let's say if they want to make Metroid guns or whatever it is. Like that makes more sense. Like companies selling to other companies NFTs, like digital intellectual property, to create a vast world. That makes sense to me. Now selling those things to an individual person,
to a private party,
not so much. Not so much though, right? Because it could be exorbitant amount of money.
For sure.
But like, if this one company created the Oasis, right? I'm just using this as a
example.
They make this new world,
the
somewhere.
metaverse or whatever we call it.
The Facebook makes the metaverse,
yeah,
and they're like, hey, I want all of Sony stuff here. I want all of Nintendo stuff here. You're gonna have your own world. Still trademarked to you guys. I want the ability to put these things in our game. That way, people can play with them and all that other stuff. People are still gonna know what your game is. Matter of fact, you can put your entire God of War game in our game, right? And people can play it while they're playing our game. So we both win-win. We're selling copies of your game, which also goes to you. And you know what I mean? Like those things make sense.
Yeah.
Selling bullshit skins and all that other stuff for money doesn't make so much sense. But I mean, technically it's a micro transaction, but I'm just going to say regular transaction these days. I mean, there's a lot of ways that it can work out. I just don't think that we found the right way yet.
Yeah.
And people are still going to... People hate things they don't understand.
It's going to be one of those trial and error things. I think it's going to be kind of those rocky launches until somebody realizes, oh, this is how you could implement it well and the consumer could be... And I'm not defending it, but I'm just trying to look at both sides of the picture. Yeah. Both sides of the coin where, like, I don't know. I know I keep bringing it up. And it's like, I just can't find any... Unless someone in chat or anybody who's listening, if you guys could, like, send me information where I could get non-biased information on NFTs, that'd be appreciated, because like when I look at it, I see people who hate it and they give you their reasons, and people who love it and their reasons. Like, no, I just want someone, these are the bullet points. Mm-hmm. Take it as it is.
Right.
I have yet to find any information like that. It's always been for it or against it. Just give me neutral with the bullet points. Right. What are they doing here? You know?
I think it makes sense if you build like a world where you want other things in that game that exist from other games. It makes sense that way. Anything else, not so much to me.
I mean, I could see maybe like when you make your little virtual avatar and you're doing your online hangouts and you want the Leviathan axe hanging out on the back of your little VR house, or your VR has it equipped on their belt or something. I don't know how that will work. I mean, I'm just spitballing things here, but it's just like, I know people get upset about it. The thing is, like, it's the people on Twitter and Reddit who get mad about it. And like the thing is, like, that's not a real place. Yeah, so it's like it's not a real place. So the people, and there's some people who think Reddit and Twitter is real, so they're kind of like really opinionated on it. But like for the most part, like people are like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, I know people get upset. And I'm not saying people that I know. It's just randos that I see on Twitter and Reddit.
Right. Of course.
And I even asked on Reddit, like, what's the big deal with NFTs? I got no reply. Like, I even asked, what's the pros and cons of it?
I'm still waiting to see it implemented in the game. And until I see that, I'm
for
still...
sure. Because all we could do now is just speculate and just think about it.
What makes you not be able to sell... Say, so I sell an axe, right? A great axe that has, like, whatever fucking things. I'm going to sell it. And then I'm going to sell one later that's just a different color, but exactly the same in every way. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a different shade of a million different colors that you could make. And it seems like it's pretty replicatable. You know? Anyway.
It's nuts.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that they could do to exploit that, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I know I brought it up for the last couple of weeks, but it's just like it's a touchy subject right now because a lot of companies are trying to dip into it and they're getting some backlash. And
it is what it is.
It is what it is. Melty Blood, Type Lumina, free DLC characters: Dead Apostle Noel and Oko Ozaki. I haven't played the game since it came out, but they're doing free characters, free stages. Like French Bread, the developers of the game, like that's really good on their part, for sure.
That's always good. Free things are good.
In a sea of fighting games coming with battle passes, season passes, color packs, like that gets so. Like I understand, I know it's a business, you got to make money, but it's like the small guys over here who just want to make their game out are giving you free characters. I'm like,
It's always nice.
I mean, like, that's that's just like how it should be done. You know, of course I'm being,
True.
you know, coming at the angle of a consumer,
Right.
and I'm sure some people love paying for Go Lewis Dickinson and
NFTs. Kidding.
and Oro and what other characters have come out for DLC. I mean, it's become the norm that it's just like I'm tired of seeing that. It's like, oh, mostly because I just hate playing for character passes, season passes. And I'm not saying it should all be free, but I'm just like, just be straight up when you're releasing something. Like, this season pass.
Right.
These are all the characters that be in there. Do you want to buy them?
No.
Cool. Not give me your money now.
Give me the money up front.
Give me
and
the
then
money
maybe
now.
I'll make you happy later.
Hey, yeah, give me the money now, and you can guess who you're getting. You know, that's not the way to do it. Yeah, at least give me all the information straight up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, good part on French bread. Like, here's characters are free.
Nice. Free characters for Melty Blood type Lumina.
Yes, Multi Blood type Lumina.
There you go.
It's like available like on the consoles right now.
Only on consoles? Is it on
And
PC?
Steam? Yes, on Steam. I got it on Steam.
Okay.
Steam.
There you go.
Yeah,
Check it
everywhere.
out.
Fun
If you
game.
don't have
It's
it
a fun
already.
game, yeah. I mean, you gotta play tight on that game for sure. Your inputs, if you just start mashing buttons, you'll get just like your auto combos, which are nice, but they're not optimal damage. Yeah,
That's the way
it
I
looks
play
cool.
fighting games.
It looks cool.
I mash buttons. Mash buttons and move my directional
I
pad.
played. I was playing against. I was playing Smash using Joker against the robot. Just playing on Switch.
Trying to get back into it, huh?
Man, there's a whole different animal. Just trying playing on handheld mode, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's
And
terrible.
just trying to remember how to play again. I'm like,
It's terrible. No. Handheld mode with Smash is just bad.
it's not the way to
It's
go.
not the way to
It's
go.
not the way to go. Like, prop up your Switch and play with the Pro controller.
Yeah. That's the way to
Because
go.
playing on with the Joy-Con, just
It's
like,
terrible.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's kind of how I felt about Metroid Dread.
No, you got it. You know. I tried
Like-
it.
like, it's
playable.
It's playable on handheld mode, but there's some boss fights where I'm like, hold on, let me put this on dock mode and get the controller.
The real controller,
Yeah,
yeah.
because those tiny little buttons,
I feel you. And then the flat back with no.
the flat back and then the grip, and you have to really have to use those shoulder buttons. You
You
know,
gotta do that, and then you gotta kind of have your hands at an angle
yeah,
like this.
yes,
so-
yes. You got to reach around.
Yeah,
You
dude.
gotta reach around. Yeah,
Reach around, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, you like reaching around, don't you?
Always. I saw a on Starfield, the Twitter.
Oh,
It said Starfield release in 315 days.
which means holiday 2022. Called
Yeah.
it. I called it.
And so that was on Starfield Countdown Twitter. I'm like,
Called it.
interesting. I really thought the game was at least 2023.
No, it's.
I thought it was
they're
gonna be
gonna do
farther out.
they're gonna do an E3 reveal. That's gonna. I told you it was gonna happen. They're gonna do an E3 reveal. That's gonna have the same year release date. Yeah,
Just holiday.
yeah, holiday.
How many?
Same thing.
How many?
Same thing. Fallout
How
4
many
did.
delays are we having this year for that game?
For that game?
Yeah,
I don't think any. I don't think Microsoft's gonna allow them to have any.
they think they learned their lesson after Halo.
Which one?
Halo.
Maybe.
They finally released everything,
Yeah, Halo's been out for a month.
but multiplayer campaign. shit
Everything's
like
done,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Except for co-op isn't out, but
Okay. So
co-op
they're
will
still
be
missing
out.
that part.
Co-op will be out in March or May or something. That's so stupid. So dumb.
I don't have a horse in the race. I can't say shit 'cause I don't play
Fun
the
game though. Fun game.
Never played it.
Fun game.
Never played it. But yeah, Starfield will be coming out. I'm like, okay. I thought I was gonna be hype about it, but then it's like I haven't been hyped for a Bethesda game in like since Skyrim. So I like
Skyrim 2011.
Like,
not the other one. Not the other releases.
the original Skyrim. When I played it back in 360, I had a blast with that one.
Yeah. for
But
sure.
like, I'll probably wait till Mikkel gets it, and I'll just backseat game on that one. 'Cause I'm sure Mikkel will enjoy it.
Because I played Fallout 4. Let's just be real. That one wasn't the brightest star in the
Far
sky.
Harbor.
Far Harbor.
Yeah.
It wasn't the brightest star in the sky. Let's be real.
Yeah?
So I'm all right with waiting on that. Yeah, they haven't really instilled a whole lot of
Confidence, especially with
confidence
76
in-
Rocky
is
Launch.
70
I mean, I heard
yeah.
it's a really better. It's a better game where it is now.
Yeah, now
A year and a half
but
later, 2 years later,
3 years later. Yeah, that's the whole point.
I like the subscription part, the haves versus the have-nots. Where all the rich
So
subscription people
stupid.
kill the poor people.
I hope they get rid of that shit. I hope that Microsoft gets rid of all that crap. But
I hope so too.
it's so stupid. They have their own currency, their own game launcher, all that crap. I hope it's all gone.
Yeah.
I hope it's all gone. But Starfield coming out this year, I kind
Like,
of called it.
Like
I kinda called it.
honestly, if you say, "Hey Rick, what franchise title from Bethesda are you excited about?" I'll be like the next Oblivion game, maybe. Just because
Elder Scrolls.
yeah, the next Elder Scrolls games, because I liked Skyrim so much. I mean,
Fair enough.
honestly, I could say that. But even then, I'm kind of hesitant.
I mean, I loved Fallout too, but I mean, I never bought 76, and I'm glad I never did. It's something about it just screamed, "Don't do it," and I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I saw Mikkel do it, and she was just like,
Not
I
happy.
shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, I've been kind of on my back foot with.
It's definitely that's one of the games
Bethesda.
yeah. Well, when it comes to Starfield, it's definitely I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching day one for sure.
I'll look around. I'll go.
Definitely gonna get a digital copy of the game that I can download immediately.
Well, it'll definitely be the games where like I go to other people's Twitch
yeah, exactly.
and I'll watch.
Watch the people that paid for it play.
Yeah, I'll listen to my friends' reviews and opinions and thoughts on it.
Yeah.
You know, my tight circle.
Yeah. I'm definitely not getting overhyped about this one like I did with Cyberpunk or anything like that.
I won't be buying any
I'm watching
extra packages, extra editions.
I'll watch and wait. That's where I'm at on that. And same thing with
Caution.
Same thing I'm gonna say about what's it called?
Which
like
one?
the new Elder Scrolls 6, whenever that does come out. Like
With caution.
Yeah, with
With
caution.
caution.
Yeah.
Proceed with caution. Because
I'll wait.
Yeah.
You haven't instilled too much confidence in me for the past couple times. So Fallout 76 wasn't that great. Fallout 4 wasn't that great.
And I don't know how.
And that's from Bethesda proper, because Doom 2016 was amazing. Doom Eternal was amazing. Deathloop was great. You know what I mean? Like, I had a fun time with these games.
Yeah.
But
I play Deathloop.
but like specifically Bethesda proper, I'm out. I'll fuck with any of your subsidiaries, but Bethesda proper, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not messing with Fallout. I'm not messing with
Who did
Elder
Doom?
Scrolls.
ID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not messing with any of that other stuff. I have way more confidence in your other studios that Microsoft now owns. That
Or what's the one that made the Outer Wilds? No,
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
That's
Obsidian?
That's Obsidian.
Yeah. Like if they make something.
Yeah. Is that a Microsoft studio now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. I'm all for it. Like, I'll definitely check that out. But like,
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna wait.
For sure.
I'm gonna wait for Bethesda proper. I'm gonna wait. Yeah. Because you haven't done anything good in a while. It's been since Skyrim 2011.
Long time.
And then all you've done is re-release the game multiple times.
On
On every platform ever.
I have it on PlayStation 4.
I've got it on my phone.
Get out.
I'm
You have a VR.
I'm kidding. It's on VR.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. So I'm good. Like, let's focus on new things. And then I'm pretty sure whenever Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, it's gonna be re-released in 20 fucking versions as well. So
Yeah.
no, never again. And then like you go back to that game and you play and you're just like, fuck, it's so clunky. Like you remembering it now as a good game,
I know.
but it is not that great.
I know.
It is
I
not
kind of
that
want to
great.
go back and play some of the nostalgia games that I like Symphony of the Night. It's like, but I don't want to fuck that up for me.
You're gonna fuck it up in your brain, dude.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
I don't want
Just
to fuck it up.
leave it in the past.
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
What else you got, brother?
I think that's it for my part.
All right. Well, we got some free games, boys. Let's talk about some free games.
Rumor mill confirmed.
Rumor mill. It has been confirmed. PlayStation Plus games for January come out on Tuesday, which is the 4th.
4th of the month.
So you've got for PS5, Deep Rock Galactic and Dirt 5. No, wait, that's PS4. And Persona 5 Strikers PS4 as well.
So I can still play that on my PlayStation 5, right?
Yeah, you can still play them on your PlayStation 5. Or yeah. But Deep Rock Galactic being just came out Friday.
Did it?
Right? The 31st. And now it is coming out for PS Plus on the 4th. So guys, if you've never played that game, if you own a PS5 or a PlayStation Plus account or anything like that, definitely pick up that game. It is so much fun. I cannot. My bad. Did I touch you?
I thought it was like Max's nose. I'm like, you're still in here.
My bad, dude. So definitely check that out. Comes out Tuesday, 1/4/2022. It's gonna be so weird writing that down. I'm gonna definitely fuck that up.
Yeah, for the first 2 weeks, you're gonna be writing 21.
No, it's gonna be like
everywhere.
the first 3 months.
Is it really?
For sure for me. Also on Epic Games, if you guys are PC gamers and you have Epic Game Store, all 3 Tomb Raiders are free.
I picked those up. You told me about it. I'm like, okay.
They are so good.
I have to open up the browser. I remember we talked about it. One of them was like, 2 of them were exclusive to one console.
Yeah, Xbox.
And then one was like on
all platforms.
or something. Something like that. We're like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty practice, bro. You want to get all 3 games, but yeah, the middle one's not available on your console. Like,
nope. So yeah, those all 3 just came out on Epic Game Store, and now they are all free up until January 6th, which is a Thursday. Whenever they release God's Will Fall as their new free game, which they've already announced is going to be the
when I
next
saw
one.
the thumbnail, I was like, oh, Godfall.
You got nope.
Wait,
Wrong one.
what?
God's Will Fall.
Oh.
You got the little will in there, right?
Oh, what's the difference between this one? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a good game. Could be a great game.
So Tuesday for PlayStation Plus, Tomb Raider free right now.
Mm-hmm. Persona 5 Strikers. That's a Muso style game.
Right.
And I bought it on the Switch, and I'm playing it right now. I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm gonna play it on my PlayStation 5 for sure. Not on Switch.
I think you might miss some of the story.
Yeah.
If you didn't play Persona 5.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm gonna have it in my.
But you have it ready. You have it ready.
Ready
Because,
for whenever I do want to.
If you have a PS5, Persona 5
is
on
on there.
the
with the
PlayStation collection, so you have access to that.
Now I was gonna bring up the fact that John Madden passed away
Yeah,
earlier
I
this
saw
week,
that.
but then it immediately got overshadowed
By Betty White.
by Betty White passing away.
It's like, man.
The 31st. So we lost 2 fucking legends this week.
And Mikkel looked it up. Betty White would have been like 100, like in the 17th.
On the 16th.
Or something like that. Or something like that. I was like, wow.
She would have been 100. And as far as I'm concerned, she made it to 100, dude. She fucking made it. She made it. She had a great fucking career and a great life. Has the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest career in entertainment and show business. She started in 1932. She was like 10.
They showed a picture of her like way back in the day. She was just beautiful.
She's a fucking fox,
She was
bro.
gorgeous, yeah. I was like, what?
So my condolences out to Betty White's family and John Madden's family. Both fucking legends in their own right. 2 completely different things. So yeah, it was a sad week this week for just football fans and movie fans in general. But yeah, I mean,
You think they're gonna continue the Madden name?
for sure.
He
had no rights to that name after like in like SNES days, bro.
Really?
Like, he hasn't had. They have that shit in perpetuity, bro. Let's be real. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had that shit for a while.
Yeah, it's out of the state's hand now. It belongs to EA.
Yeah, it belongs to EA. And that's fine. His name will live
For
forever. As long as American football is American football, his name will live.
I haven't watched a football game
I haven't watched
in like the
any
last
of
2
his games.
seasons.
Yeah, same. JJ Watt left the Texans and
I
I
know.
lost all fucking energy.
Yeah, when they
I
got
watched
rid-
the Cardinals if
they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. Ever since I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, they did what?
What?
Wait,
like
where?
the NFL's best receiver?
Oh, my jersey doesn't mean anything.
The NFL's
anymore?
best receiver, and you got rid of?
Yeah, the best defensive lineman of all time.
Yeah, and you got rid of him?
Hashtag what?
I'm sorry. Ever since that, I just don't play. I mean, don't watch.
No.
And what thing is, like, I don't have fantasy football either.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't have a dog in the race.
Right.
Nor do I have like air.
Also, I don't like perpetuating the stereotypical
Musclehead, meathead.
white owners with black players and whatever it is that they're doing in the.
People get so mad about that.
So weird. Just
They still call the Redskins.
Yeah, no, they're just
Washington now?
Washington football team. I
Yeah.
think is what they're called for right now. Hey, pick a name, huh? Pick a name.
Like, if that's what you're getting mad at, like,
But the Atlanta Braves are still a thing.
that's what I'm saying.
Atlanta Braves are still a thing, right?
And Cleveland Indians.
Columbus Day is still a thing, right?
Yeah, it's like if you want to pick something,
Columbus, Ohio.
let's go all the way.
Hey, Columbus, Ohio, still a thing?
Let's go all the way. I'm not trying to be like social warrior or be woke and shit, but it's like if we're gonna do something, go all the way, dude. Like,
Is it?
Don't just pick and choose and get upset about one thing.
Hey, Dana White's still paying his fighters $12,000 to fucking take brain damage. Let's change that too while we're
and
at
what's their
it.
pay
There's some
rate?
serious injustices in this world.
For real. How much does camp cost?
Huh?
And how much does
a
camp cost?
lot.
Like coaches, facilities.
Oh, and if you lose, you only
training?
get half your money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Meanwhile, you got to support your family,
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah, you gotta do all
You're
the
getting
things.
CT.
Yeah, you're getting brain damage.
Like
There's a lot of
there's so many
things
things to
wrong.
get upset about.
Yeah.
I'm mad about a sport organization's name. Like,
I'm mad that James Gunn tweeted some insensitive stuff 10 years ago.
Like, bro, go do something. Go for a walk. If you're that mad,
Anyway.
go for a walk. Just
Anyway,
saying.
that's fucking crazy to me. But
I mean, no, I'm not saying there's injustice in the world. I'm not saying that. But if that's what you're picking on and choosing to fight over,
Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
I don't know, man. There's other things to fight for in this world, and that's definitely
That's
not
not one
That's
of
not
them.
one of them.
Sports-
To waste your energy doing
A sports
something
team
else.
that doesn't care about you is
Nah,
not one
I
of them.
know. I love when people say that shit. It's my favorite fucking thing.
I
We won. We won.
I
Who's
love
we?
that. I love that.
Who's we, bro?
I have a friend like, yeah, we could have won,
Are
but
you-
we missed we missed at
We missed the field goal. What? Are you on the team, dude?
We're in the jerseys. You're the water boy.
Are you on the team? Are you? Nah, you're not on the
Because
team.
you know
are
what
you?
I'm talking about. We have a friend that do that.
Oh,
We.
yeah.
I'm like,
We? Who the fuck? Who the fuck is we, dude?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
No,
that.
what? Really? Dude, I haven't seen you on TV ever, though, huh?
Funny that. Funny.
My coworkers, bro, they're so bad.
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a joke, guys. Don't get mad.
Anyway,
Anyways.
but yeah, the last little thing I had was there's a petition out to do a remake, or I'm sorry, an HD trilogy of Mortal Kombat. So they want to re-release Mortal Kombat 3. It had 15,000 signatures. They want to do like 4K gaming. Sorry, I keep dropping shit.
That's fine.
They want to do like 4K gaming with the original trilogy.
Now, that could be cool.
It looks fucking dope. Like they did a little test.
That could be cool, but it got
pretty
to
good.
have the rollback.
It's got to have the right things.
It wants it to survive, because I'm sure there's a ton of MK heads out there that want to play the nostalgia, versions of the game, but now, I mean, you still gotta play. I mean, not even
But also, you got new games coming out.
for sure. You got new games coming out, but because like with Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, I mean, that's an old PS3 fighting game,
Right.
and then Atlas is like, well, we might do a rollback.
Might.
No, like if you really
Either
want to
you're
play
gonna do it or not.
in this day and age, you have to. Like even once COVID goes away, I don't know if it's gonna go away. Or
It's
not.
not.
It's
It's a flu.
it's always gonna be in flu form.
Yeah.
And someone's always gonna bring it up.
We more than likely have it right now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, people are like, oh, there's 400,000 cases in the U.S. Like, okay, how many?
How many
deaths and hospitalizations? That's what really matters.
Huh?
Because guess how many cases of flu, of lung cancer, of the cold, of X,
Yeah.
of cases don't matter. The real number, the deaths and hospitalization. That's what matters.
Yeah, I had a couple customers shut down that I went to go visit this week,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Yeah, we shut down because we got COVID." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Can you spit in my mouth so I can get it and get 5 days off of work, please?"
Right.
I'll take my 5 days off
Like
work.
I got the thick ass antibodies.
I just
Like
wanna
I got natural
Spit in my mouth,
antibodies.
dude.
I got
Hockaloogie in my
vax.
mouth, dude.
Yeah.
Just right in my mouth.
At this point, at this point, you look like her. You look like her.
I want to cross my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point now, it's like, bro, it's just a cold. I'm not saying get it, but what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Trying to get it for the third time. Let's go. I'm working on my third time.
I had a headache Monday. I was like,
Shit, I got COVID.
did I get COVID? And then I'm just like, you probably just got a headache, Rick.
No.
It's funny. Like I was talking to Mikhail, she's like, I had a scratchy throat.
Yeah.
Is it COVID?
I had that shit.
It could be just a scratchy throat. You know what I'm talking about? I mean,
Yeah.
but of course they want to fear monger you. Be like, oh, you got the COVID.
Maybe. Who knows? Spit in my mouth, though. If you got
Yeah.
COVID, come over to my house. Spit in my mouth.
But yeah, for sure. If they want to remake the old school Mortal Kombat games,
Yeah.
if they wanted to succeed, and honestly, does Ed Boon give it his blessing, because it's up to him.
The Lord and Savior Ed Boon.
He
I'll show you the footage later whenever we're done with the podcast, but it looks pretty fucking dope.
It looks great.
It
But
looks
yeah,
pretty
if
dope.
Ed Boon's on board, then he could do it, because that's his. Well, I don't know if he still has the rights to the old school games. I know ever since like Mortal Kombat 9.
Oh my God, there's so many.
They went to NetherRealm Studios
Right.
when they branched out and do their own things. I think they're still under I don't know how
Dude,
how it's
Midway,
structured.
bro.
It
You
used, to be
remember that
it used to be
shit?
Midway.
Man, Midway, the almost good game company.
Yeah, they were always just there.
My favorite Midway game, fucking NFL Blitz.
Blitz was fun.
It was just so
just
fun.
the arcade style.
Just the arcade style.
Yeah, it's
fucking-
basically
my
football,
God.
NBA Jam.
Dude, we need to do like a fucking memorial for Midway games, dude. Holy shit.
NBA Jam was fun.
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam and
Then
NFL
they had
Blitz. Those were
NFL
fun.
Blitz. They had Mortal Kombat. They had what was that?
I'm sure there's other ones, but those are the ones.
NBA Street. That was another good one.
My cousin played NBA Street.
That was a fun one, dude.
Yeah. You can make your own character and just go around different courts in New York.
What else did Midway do, dude?
I have no
Oh
idea.
my god, so many things. Anyway, but that's all I had for this week, dude. Nothing crazy. I mean, we're 2 hours in anyway.
Damn. We go stretch it out.
Yeah, we
give us
can.
enough information.
Now
to
I'm
do
looking
it.
at Midway games.
Yeah. But that's the thing too. Like, I wonder if Midway has hold of those IPs, or does Ed Boon have it? I'm not sure how it works out. But if they do ever want to release it and make it successful and people play it, it has to have rollback, because
They gotta do something with it, yeah.
all fighting games from here on out have to have that. From here on out, point blank, full stop. Does your game have rollback? If you want to succeed, it has to have that.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm just saying that as a fighting game fan. Someone, I forgot who it was, but they tweeted out a video of Persona 4 Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, the
one that's coming out?
going to be coming out. They're playing it on delay-based netcode.
It's terrible.
Oh, dude.
So bad?
Like, it's playing, and then, like, 10 seconds to the match, then it catches up, kind of, and then it's like,
Yeah,
you
that
can't play
netcode
that.
needs to be implemented
You
in
can't
Demon's Souls.
play that. You can't play that. And yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work with.
But we're gonna do some Smash streaming, or we
We'll stream some Smash.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll
shit
hang out
then.
over Saturday nights. It's only 9:00.
Where can we catch you, Rick?
Guys, I'm going back to streaming schedule on Monday, Tuesdays.
No, he's
and
streaming right
Thursday.
now.
We're gonna stream tonight. We're gonna.
Check out that name right there.
Yeah, we're gonna be streaming
right.
tonight. We got. What are the rules? Is it 7 minutes?
Huh?
7 minutes? 6 minutes.
Minutes?
A match.
Oh, sure,
Smash.
whatever. It's not gonna last that long.
I got him. Woo! I'm a Joker main, by the way,
Yeah,
guys.
he's a
Look at this.
Joker.
Look at this.
You gotta hold it up to the camera. The camera's up there, dude.
Look at the Amiibo.
Where's my camera? My camera? Where's my camera?
Look at the Amiibo.
Is that my camera?
That's good. That's my camera. Kevin got it for me.
Oh, Kevin got you that camera. Okay.
For Christmas. Really good one.
Okay.
He got me that. And he got me Returnal. Good guy.
You know what, bro? I'm getting real tired.
So catch me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and tonight, guys. We'll be streaming. We're going to have a good time. We're going to drink beers and talk shit.
Talk a lot of shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to shut down this stream a little bit, and then I'll be back after we take a pee break and all that.
Fucking A, right. As always, guys, you can catch me on all things social media at @OS_onslaught. The name is right here in case you didn't know. If you want to hit up the podcast, it's optionselectpodcast@gmail.com or on all things social media at optionselectpod. As always, guys, we love you. We appreciate the hell out of all of you.
First episode of the year.
First episode of 2022.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we got a lot more to go, guys.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to get a lot more Elden Ring talk as it gets
It's
closer.
coming. It's coming. And Daddy's got to beat Dark Souls 2 and 3.
And I got to play Returnal.
And you got to play Returnal.
I'll be streaming that.
Fucking A right. So make sure you check us out, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. Stay away from Cybertron or what's it called?
Cybertron.
Omicron.
Cybertron.
We love you so much.
Good one.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Love you. Bye, guys.
Peace
See
out.
ya.